Welcome everybody back to Learned Mortality Day 6. Last time on Learned Mortality, Seiko played baseball with Unknown. What'll happen today?
Oh, fuck you.
No, wait, no.
Fuck you.
Hang on, I need to go open up a window, let the silly in.
So, we're gonna pop back into Eso Tiller. If I remember properly, Larry, you were giving Milli a hug, right?
Yeah, and then she started glitching out. I'm still trying to hug her. I'm not quite sure how physical there is something to hug there.
There is something to hug there. It's, as I mentioned last time, it's like she just gained like 200 pounds. You can hold her, she's just very, very heavy.
Lucifer is still extending a hand out to Milli.
Elisar right now is looking at Lucifer. There's a spark of anger behind his eyes, but looking at everything unfolding around him as like parts of reality themselves begin to break down, his expression softens in sort of a moment of acceptance. Tali, I'm going to spend a learning point.
Oh, yeah, alright.
Seiko, Larry, Lucifer, Murphy, and Ancelor. Everything around you, the world as you know it, has seemed to have just come crashing in these past few minutes. Everything that you once knew to be reality is a lie. It seems like the waters of the seas themselves are crashing down around you. You're in a flood of noise and panic. You don't know what's going on. Those who do know what's going on know only a fraction of the truth. Everyone else is completely ignorant to the things that Lucifer has witnessed, the things that he's been told. There's a moment, it's like your adrenaline kicks in. Everything sort of slows down. You feel this most inexplicable thing, like all of this pressure around you was doing something to your mind. But it's like that barrier has been suddenly lifted. You have room to breathe again suddenly. You feel like that barrier being taken down let your mind expand in directions that you weren't aware existed. It's not an alarming sensation by any means. If anything, it's relieving. Everything that once was sort of begins to fade around you as you're taken to a new perception.
Huh?
Is this a fucking...
Elisar?
This looks like a nocturne.
Okay. Did you just do that? He looks at Lucy.
I don't know.
What's going
Fine.
What's going on?
Where's Milli?
Is this the
Where's Goose?
fourth? The fifth, or whatever the fuck he calls it?
Been there, done that. Nope.
This is different. Milli!
Did you just say the fifth?
Yeah, the Elisar's stand bullshit.
Huh. Interesting. I haven't had that demo fries in a while.
Why do you seem to always know something about everything that's going on weird here, yet refuse to elaborate?
What? You act like I know what's fucking going on. I just thought it was a peculiar term of phrase. Not many people say that.
Elisar?
Yeah, as you begin to kind of like adjust to your new surroundings, ahead of you you'll see this building within this void. It's very striking. It's of a lot more kind of like darker, more subdued, natural earth tones rather than all of the sort of technicolor chaos surrounding you. And you'll see the door open. And there stands Elisar. But you've seen something strange about him before when you've entered the fifth. You've seen what only can be described as the silhouette of a person, always sort of standing above him, in the same spot where he stands, except now that this time, as he approaches you, those swirls of color of the sort of spatial visual distortions that create the silhouette, they've condensed. And you will see someone else standing above him. As you blink and look back down, Elisar no longer seems to be there.
Yo.
This art is so cool. Elisar?
You'll have to forgive me for the confusing circumstances here.
You can say that again, dude.
Listen, things have sort of come flipped on their heads, so to speak.
Yeah, this isn't helping much.
I'm aware. I'm well aware, but let me assure you that we are safe here. That while Eso Tiller may no longer be a viable option for our safety, it may no longer be the sanctuary that we once knew it to be. I can assure you that here, within the 25th hour, there is a place that we can go to.
Where's Millie? Where's Goose? My sister.
They are all where we left them. Here, our minds have connected. While out there, only a moment has passed. Here, we will be able to experience a full 60 minutes. It will be able to, hopefully, provide us enough of a reprieve that we can explain some things, maybe level the playing field just a bit more to help us understand how to properly go ahead with things.
You see Lucy kind of just like kneel down, heads on his hand. Oh, this is only a moment, you said. Out there.
Out there, it will only be a moment. Yes.
Okay, I thought for a minute she would have thought I abandoned her. That would have not been good.
Or we could get our neck snapped if we're in some sort of dream dimension or something. That was kind of on my mind.
Okay.
An hour, huh?
Elisar, you look stunning.
Yeah, I fear I may be a little bit overdressed for the occasion.
Literally glowing.
Look down at it as like this suit, which is just like radiating the same sort of like these spiraling fractals kind of floating away from it. You could tell that like while condensed, it's still not obviously, you could still barely make out the silhouette of a human being.
Okay.
Anyway, follow me.
Dimensions, why wouldn't one of them be time?
I was always under the impression that whole thing was bullshit, but...
It's not time. What I've done is I've used the fold to expand your minds.
Or like a pancake or something.
Yes, with the extra room, you've all experienced a sudden time dilation. It's a matter of perception more than anything, like a shared dream. If you've ever had a dream before that seems to have lasted longer, way longer than the time that you were asleep, imagine it's something like that.
I can relate.
You know, that one clicks with me, mate. I get you. I think I understand. Sorta. Ah, there you go. All right. Oh, it's much more homey in here.
Welcome everyone to my study. In here, you'll be able to find everything that we may need to further our understanding of our current circumstances. Here we have a projector, whiteboard, plenty of places to sit and ponder, resources, textbooks, coffee, whatever it is you may need. You'll also see up here, kind of like at the head of the room, this big clock.
Yeah, kind of in Roman numerals on the clock, designating... Basically, it looks like the clock is set to 12, but then you realize, oh, there's only one hand, the minute hand.
Right.
Seems to be on the 7-minute marker.
Yeah, that's actually fucking timing us. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Okay, well, anyone want to start in particular?
I think Lucifer may have the most to share of any of us.
I definitely do. Lucy's gonna go over here, a quick glance at these papers here.
Rolls over on her belly. Yeah, please fill me in, because I'm really fucking confused
God
what's going on with my sister.
Fucking damn it.
And the most valuable resource of all will be sharing our experiences here. Things that not all of us may have known. Here, we can use this extra hour that we are given to sort of level the playing field a bit. Make sure everyone's on the same page and caught up with all the goings on. And only then, after we have shared our experiences, can we share our future visions and afterthoughts.
This art's so cool, dude.
There he is.
Look at this man!
There he is.
We finally got it to draw.
Yay!
Well, we all might wanna buckle down because I sure do have some things to share.
Elisar, I don't mean to be like... Shouldn't we tell them about the cliffside first? I feel like that's kind of important.
That will be important, yes. One thing at a time, though.
I could explain what's going on. That's all I'm thinking.
It plays into what's going on, to things that we assumed at first, but things that we have to reassess. I want to hear what Lucy has to say first, though.
Yeah, please tell me why everything's going on. E.
Lucy places both hands behind him on the desk, leaning backwards. Well, as we are all aware, there are two different AIs working on during Eso Tiller, the Oblivious and Millennium. I found Millennium. Deep
Stop being
beneath-
cryptic and just say everything.
Have some
Larry?
patience, Larry.
We only
Just
have
getting
60
there.
minutes.
And you're wasting it by bitching. Lucy, please go on.
This Millennium AI was found below Eso Tiller. We were never on stilts like we initially forgot. It was all an illusion. Something meant to censor our reality of what was actually going on. That's why Eso Tiller looks so different now.
When the illusion dropped, we saw those stilts disappear. It's what tipped us off that something was going on.
Exactly. Beneath Eso Tiller, there is a large, we'll call it a facility. Multiple pipes and electronics. There's floor grates and things below the floor grates. Liquids of sorts. And also, the Millennium AI. This Millennium AI I encountered and produced a form like Dr. Tiller. And after we'll call it a heated discussion, you see Lucy kind of grab his arm where there is a bruise from where it's a weirdly button-shaped bruise.
A button-shaped bruise.
Oh, thank you, Larry.
You try and spark him on. Nothing comes.
Right, mental location, time dilation bullshit. Oh, fucking.
That's okay, I appreciate the thought. And after talking to this AI, it was scared. It was frightened. It was saying very esoteric things about itself. Who am I? Help. Don't leave me. It was...
How was it saying these things, Lucifer? Was it speaking to you like through a screen?
They were visual. They were sharp, jagged, almost like projections of a 2D word on a 3D plane.
And Tali, for clarification, we saw the same thing around Milli in the warehouse.
Yes.
And it has come to my understanding that there is one projection that is the Millennium AI personified. Milli.
Milli.
Yes.
Of course,
Milli.
it's Milli. We saw those same sort of projections of
Milli,
words around the
Millennium.
warehouse.
How did
So-
we not see that earlier?
So wait, you're saying that Millie ain't real?
I'm not saying that. Milli exists. I've seen physically both projections. I've seen both Milli Eso Ono, and I've seen the Millennium AI. Actually, Ancelor,
Yeah.
when's the first time you met your niece?
He froze his brow. Oh, man, it should have been.
Now, I was wondering why she was never permitted to leave the Antarctic base, to leave the Antarctic continent. Now, I suppose we got our answer.
Yes,
Wait, no one. Was anyone down here an AI researcher? How the hell did they come up with a sapient AI in the Antarctic? On a marine research ice core lab base?
I mean, from a hardware standpoint, the cold temperature would serve as good cooling for whatever high-grade tech you needed.
Oh, it's very high grade.
I'm not gonna say I know much about AI, but from the little bit that I know, well, and what we've seen, it could be very well be that the bloke that made her didn't know what they were doing.
That is actually believable.
I think Larry brings up a good point, like,
Yes.
who the hell is gonna do that and then not have a computer scientist? I mean, a computer scientist that comes to my mind doesn't work here anymore.
So you're saying they made a completely sentient, sapient, anxious being AI
Well,
on accident?
who was the
I don't think
who's
they
the one
made
that
it.
doesn't work there anymore?
He was an old friend of my bro's husband. His name is Bolt.
Bolt.
Yeah.
Heard that name before.
Lucifer,
Yes,
if I may
Elisar.
interject here, is there any reasons why you learned that the Millennium AI chose this personification?
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
be
that's
things
what
for a
wasn't,
second.
like, ticking with me either. Murph, like, snaps his fingers. If it's in AI, why is it masquerading as a kid?
Well,
It's like a child who's still learning.
I personally believe, well, actually, yes. Something that was mentioned with me and Tiller, an AI learning free will. Things such as, I'm not sure how to describe it. We had a brief chat afterwards where I attempted to help the Millennium AI as much as I could. Not feel scared or abandoned.
Lucifer,
Yes, Elisar?
do you even know the first tenet of AI psychology?
I know a few basics aside from.
Starts
thank you,
wiping
Ancelor.
off the board. Yeah, I figured we should probably record all this, right? Okay. Circle right in the center, Millennium AI, Oblivious AI, Milli, oh no, put Bliss up there, there we go. He just starts drawing connections. with his Sharpie marker on the whiteboard.
I do not. I honestly can't recall them in entirety.
Right. All the more reason that we shouldn't be diving headfirst into this sort of thing. Lucifer, there is more to suggest that Millennium wasn't made by an expert technician, coder, AI developer. We have seen that there is some sort of fatal flaw within Milli's coding.
I think that's where Oblivious comes in. Maybe I can interject, or maybe it's a subsect of her own programming. But, before we got everyone into the room, while the glitches were happening, I think I saw beneath what the appearance of bliss. And,
Oh, is Bliss okay?
I'm gonna be honest. He looked more like he was half Lucky One, half robot.
You mean, like, had some...
Red flesh, robotic parts.
But it was...
Elisar's gonna look over to Murphy at the mention of that. Murphy,
Yeah.
But it was only for a second.
how much do you recall from the visions that the Lucky One showed you?
Honestly,
You said you
like,
saw Eso Tiller in ruins. Did you see any of the occupants, any of the researchers?
I remember seeing just vague little bits, like a broken building, someone bloody dead on the floor calling for help. Can't remember who. Again, it's all very fuzzy. It's like a bad dream at this point.
Calling for help? Wait a minute. The figure that we saw when we were outside, Corporal Seiko, in the labs, freeing the frostbitten, there was somebody there, somebody on the floor, crawling. It seemed like they were trying to get out from what we were able to ascertain from the outside, from the broken window, you and I, Murphy.
Yeah.
There's something that we saw outside of Eso Tiller when you were down in the basement, Lucifer.
I see. Was it a frostbitten? Was it a...
It was more than just a frostbitten, Lucifer.
One frostbitten would be an understatement.
When we had received the night's forecast, it was for little to no attacks. However, since we received that forecast, that was when everything sort of got turned upside down, you see. We saw the same person, whoever they were, the one who was crawling, the one who looked, again, half robotic, and a half walking corpse and infected with the Lucky One. We saw them. After they had broken out, they crawled and they flung themselves off the cliff, south of the base. We followed the prince, and we went down to the observation platform. Murphy and I, upon reaching that platform, looked out into the wastelands, and we saw a mass, a gathering, almost an army with how they were organized, of frostbitten, all waiting to receive this escapee.
An army?
Yeah.
You say there was someone calling for help. Maybe that call for help is what brought all of them here. Maybe that person calling for help was just waiting for the right moment where the illusion brought on by the oblivious AI would drop just for long enough that they'd be able to escape. The question is, who in the world was that?
If it's someone the Lucky One had got knowledge of and was trying to show me, and the entire, it's more frostbitten than I've ever seen in my entire time here. I assume you too. Okay. The Lucky One knew about it. Those frostbitten knew about it. And Milli clearly didn't, because the prediction was wrong, right? She would have told us if there was an army coming, probably, right?
The prediction was made before any of that would have happened.
You think that creature has something to do with the butterfly?
I think it's got something to do with whatever the hell's going on behind the scenes,
Either it had to do with the butterfly, or was just using everything that we were going through as an opportunity to get out.
Like
Like
the
it was
perfect
being
distraction.
kept
Yeah.
Like it was
Get
being
out when
kept there all
everything's
this
going
time.
crazy.
Just that's the oblivious AI, and we just weren't able to see them.
I've got a bad gut feeling about that one.
Same here.
Yeah, yes.
If I could remember more about what the Lucky One showed me, I feel like I'd have a better way to help, but unfortunately, yeah, not that lucky.
Anything else you gotta had Lucy or?
Yes. You see that as this conversation was going on, Lucy had grabbed a blank piece of paper and started sketching on it, and has begun drawing at least a very rough caricature of service down there.
Yeah.
I say Bliss was looking a little strange, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was it anything like this? As he turns around and shows a rough sketch of out of service.
A little bit.
I see. Well,
Yeah, those vines look familiar. Those red veins and vines.
Well, I don't know if this will quell any feelings towards that subject. However, there was another entity down there aside from me, Tiller, and the AI. I wasn't able to glance this being's name, but it had a keycard. One similar to ours, as he pulls out his keycard.
What the fuck? Really?
And it was, at least to me, it was friendly. In a kind of... Well, we didn't try to kill each other. He kind of just led me to where I needed to be.
You hear Ansel just mutter, "Friendly basement monster.
Yes.
Circle." He's writing on the board.
Yes. At least to me, after I made my way down. Also, the being didn't have access to the Millennium AI. I did. Which is something that's kind of been slightly bothering me.
Yeah, okay, what? Why did you have access to it?
It's a hyper advanced AI. I could have just given her access, maybe subconsciously.
I had access to the room that the basement tiller was in, and through that tiller, I was able to go to the AI. It was almost like it's almost like it was a guard dog that wasn't allowed to go everywhere.
You said that down there you saw some sort of facility.
Yes.
Any idea what purpose it may have served?
I saw similar containment vessels to the ones that we have in Beta Lab. They were glowing red. There was a lot of glowing red down there, I won't lie.
Lot of glowing red. Where? All over the walls, the floors?
There were grates that moved over pools of this.
Pools of it?
Yes.
Of the algae? The very same substance that we've been collecting and finding within the frostbitten.
Could I do a brains roll and see if I can make that connection?
Sure. Escalation.
Oh, fuck.
You think back on it. Yeah, that seems about right. The forms, the vines, all of that weird mass, almost like a bunch of tied together cables of red. But then you think about it again. Well, maybe not. While it looked right, it feels wrong.
I would have to say it wasn't quite the same. It had similar properties, but
But as a scientist, you cannot confirm anything without tests first.
Yeah, so
I
as a
understand.
hypothesis, I would say similar, but no.
Right.
So you're saying, though, there's vats of this stuff beneath Eso Tiller.
Oh,
There's
probably
a
an
guy
entire
beneath
lake.
Eso Tiller.
Yep.
An illusion is hiding the fact that Eso Tiller is fucked. An illusion is hiding that Bliss is fucked.
Well,
I think you might want to clarify. An illusion is hiding that everyone who is not here is fucked.
That's kind of what
I'm
I
gonna
was
look at Psycho
going at.
because I checked with Haman on Goose, and that might have been Goose at one point,
What
but
are
I'm
you
not
saying?
sure it is entirely her
Wait,
now.
hold up. Are you saying my sister's dead?
Robotified, in the same condition as Bliss and whatever that is. I point at Lucy's drawing.
I wasn't able
That's
to
my bet.
explore down,
Not sure how
down there
alive
so
that
much.
counts as.
I currently have the theory that there's something in those containment pods down there. I'm hopeful that that's where, if anything has happened to any of the I shouldn't say previous, that's a little bit morbid. Any of the current AIs that have been, I'll say, mingling with us.
Okay, let's use a little bit of basic logic here, alright? You fuckers were called in as a rescue team. No?
Yes. This is correct.
Yeah.
Why would you do that if everyone was already dead?
We had received a transmission that there were apparently no survivors.
Well,
Okay,
Millennium
but
AI
I'm gonna-
trying to.
I have the answer to that.
I just don't agree with the assertion that everyone's dead. It doesn't make sense.
I also agree with that. I believe it's the Millennium AI that sent out the distress call. Basement Tiller did mention calling us, so I can only assume that it is the Millennium AI that asked for help.
Remember the crash log that we had received. The crash log that the good doctor seemed to try to guide us to.
Who's the good doctor?
Big, tall, red, and scary. Like
We're not
Big
quite
Ninja.
sure yet.
Thought he was like 4 feet tall. He's not
He's not that
big.
tall.
He is not 4 feet tall. He is about 6 feet tall.
Yeah, he's not that tall.
Murphy, there's something I'm not understanding.
What?
So you've been here how long? For us?
Same length as us.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah. What
You
do you mean
flew us
here?
here.
Do you mean working here, or do you mean here when all the weird shit started?
Flying back and forth, working here, yeah.
Like 5 years. I've worked here for like
And-
5 years.
You didn't notice anything strange?
The fucker.
Like the others?
Stop pointing fingers at me, bitch.
No, I'm legitimately asking. This is a legitimate
Okay,
question.
you sound suspicious.
He crosses his arms and like huffs a little bit.
I'm just curious as to why, if everyone else is fucked, why you're seemingly okay? Other than the whole vampirism thing.
Well, it's
Well,
not like I'm
exactly. Don't
full-time
call me-
here. I come in and
Don't
out.
call you a bitch for no reason, bitch.
I will
You
call you a bitch for no
weren't-
reason, bitch.
But that's it, Murphy. You weren't here for the entire duration of your work with Eso Tiller. You
Yeah.
were flying people here and there, to and fro. Anyways, I wanted to bring up something about the crash log. Elisar is going to wheel out a little projection stand, and is going to aim it up at a screen above the fireplace. He's going to bring up the crash log.
Oh.
This plays into the idea that the Millennium AI requested us for some sort of rescue. It seems to me like Milli is trying to keep everyone alive in whatever state she can. In this crash log, it mentions bodies that won't rot. Titanium alloys have been successful in distilling rot. Functional bone structure delays inevitable demise. Now, keyword there is that it only delays their demise. Perhaps we are being brought in because these facsimiles of the people who used to work here are starting to reach their expiration date. Perhaps Millennium, with the fatal flaw in her coding, didn't know how to approach this situation, and instead tried to outsource help.
Yeah, according looks like it was looking for unknown variables like the future and the soul.
It seems to me like these sorts of subjects, when it comes to Millennium AI handling these, will cause an emotional instability leading to this infinite loop, which is why it crashed here. Which is why we've seen things sort of going all. Elisar is going to use his abilities. This is kind of like a dream. He's going to create like all like those little breaks in reality that you were seeing around Milli.
Yeah.
All sort of like that, you know, and they're going to vanish.
That actually does answer a question I was having, which was, okay. From the little bit of coding I did when I was in uni. If I'm looking at this right, this to me seems like it was just kind of throwing things out there. Like it's confused, you know? And if an AI is trying to run its own protocol, right? Wouldn't that cause a recursion?
No?
Wouldn't it keep doing
I
that
see.
since it can't
see.
figure out an answer? So maybe the infinite loop is a little bit more than, you know, first glance might suggest.
There are more ways that you can learn about this. If there is a fatal flaw such as this in the AI's coding, we should be able to find maybe some sort of documentation of it if it was recorded during testing, which, if you recall, is gonna press a button on the projector to bring up the study area that kind of started this all. Where you had the files of documents on the Oblivious AI. He's going to show those. He's going to zoom them in. Here, we see part of the illusion, which was unlike the rest of the illusions in that Milli and I were able to see past it. I have a theory as to the reason behind that. The reason being that in order to create this illusion, Milli had to confront the existence of the Oblivious AI, and in doing so created a small sort of emotional instability. One on a much smaller scale, which caused that incongruency between what we saw. That is at least my running theory as to why we were able to see this and why others weren't.
A necessary hole to keep it functioning, but something that she ignored, and every time we poked holes in it, it got worse. Remember when you called me in?
Worse.
And then there was just doors showing up everywhere as soon as you started poking things.
Now, with how this looked, it's, again, something in there caused discomfort for Milli, thus the emotional instability. There is one other spot that we've seen a sort of failing illusion in the base. He's going to bring up an image next on the projector screen of the hallway and the that doorway that we saw, seemingly leading to the boiler room. Of course, Seiko, only you would really know that this is just a way that connects the hall to the boiler room, to that back area. Now, there's this door as well. If we're following the theory that keeping these illusions stable is causing some sort of emotional instability, part of me dreads what we may find behind this door. I bring up these areas because I wanted to get us a plan on how to go forward. Once we're back in Eso Tiller, I think it is clear we need to evacuate. Lucifer, I'm sorry. I know that it goes against what you want to abandon Milli like this, but with the instabilities and, well, everything sort of snowballing, I don't see any option to really get through to her at this current stage. If we can evacuate, and maybe if there's some sort of protocol for the AI to realize there's an infinite loop and instability and restart, maybe if we wait long enough we can return, and we could try again.
I'm not sure that's smart.
Yeah, no, I'm against that myself.
I'm not going to leave her.
Elisar, we took Bliss all the way with us to the Titanic. Whatever ability they have to hold this illusion to alter perception is probably continental, if not global.
Now, Larry, you saw Bliss as Bliss had a form beyond just the illusion. Perhaps it was using Bliss as some sort of device to extend the reach of the illusions.
Actually, there
You said he was part metal. There could be some components in there that was extending the properties of the Oblivious AI.
Sure, and then I pointed at Anslor. But there also might be more people like him just stuck out here.
That is true.
If I may offer a counterpoint, we might not exactly have a choice, cause if things go haywire and say there's a frostbitten army coming up the south and there's a, I don't know, robotic army literally right around us, what do we do? How do we get out of that exactly?
We don't know if the frostbitten are coming for us yet. That is something that we will need to assess once we get back.
Oh shit, there's a fucking army assembling right next to us. They're not going to attack. By the way, leopards won't eat your face.
They could be there to just make sure that whoever was escaping Eso Tiller got out safely.
Or be there to finish the job they apparently started.
If whoever they were being kept there on purpose, perhaps the frostbitten assumed that we'd be sending a team out to collect them again. We do not know for sure, though. And, thus, we must prepare for all future possibilities as such.
Now, I would like to bring up something. The being you said stole the frostbitten we had?
Yes.
Lucy is gonna lock eyes with Seiko. I see. So that means that both $5 steak and Oopaloo are gone.
I mean,
Well,
as far as I
actually,
saw Ukalu, Birdie's with me, actually.
yes, I saw
Yeah, no,
House of Dreams.
the good doctor kind of showed up to where I was kind of hiding and freaking out and gave me Bird.
Oh, so the good doctor helped you escape.
That's strange. If the good doctor had Ukalu, then that means the good doctor had intercepted House of Dreams, took them from the escapee.
Can I just point out, just a quick question, just in case this is relevant? Why are there 2 actives?
Don't worry about it.
And don't worry about it.
Wonderful.
Huh?
I see you. I see you.
Don't worry about
Don't worry
it.
about it.
Okay, just checking.
I think.
Anyway,
I think. Do you mind if I, just to make sure that this keeps going, right? I see
Yes.
2 valid options for team, the 6 of us. Option 1, run the fuck away. Option 2, try and bring the Millennium AI to their senses before the army walks up and kills us all.
Well,
Well,
I'm sadly
let me go.
subscribed for one of those.
look what we have in here. If there's anything on AI psychology, if I have any sort of things in these textbooks over here.
AI psychology.
The reason I brought up those
I don't
documents
understand
is
normal
that
psychology. What the fuck am I supposed to do with an AI?
before we try anything of that sort, we need to understand what exactly the fatal flaw is. If we start trying to bring Milli back to her senses, we could be doing more damage than we may realize.
Yeah,
That is why, from here on out, Lucifer, we can't dive headfirst into these sorts of things.
I mean, if she's just a scared child, we talk to her like she's a scared child. And then Murphy just holds his hand up.
Counterpoint, she's not a child, and you can't talk to her like she's a child, because that's clearly what got us into this situation.
Here we are. I don't know how much help this would be. This may be outdated. Besides, this is for AIs which are constructed with standards. I'm not sure if any such standards were involved in Milli's construction. Again, he's gonna pull up the slide. These documents about the Oblivious AI may be able to provide us some answers. If we are able to get our hands on them, that is.
Well, it probably matters who made her, right? Because if my 2 guesses are it's either Bliss or it's Irito. I can't imagine anyone else that would have done it.
There were names signed on the Oblivious AI design documents that we saw. Or testing documents, rather. Tali, for clarification's sake, what were those names again?
It was Lucy, So, Camellia Tiller, and Bolwatsky.
There's Boltwatsky on there as well. I
So both
don't
and
recognize that name.
Bliss were a part of it.
Bolt. Isn't that the guy you said was friends with Hiruto? That Hiruto guy?
Yeah,
That Bliss was married to?
yeah,
Sounds like that's the guy.
Bolt, huh? I mean, it makes sense.
Probably left shortly after making it and handed it off to Bliss or something.
That's just strange to me there, because I don't rightly understand why. If there was an AI constructed at Eso Tiller, I'm sorry, but I would have fucking known about it. Bliss wouldn't just
You-
hide that from me.
Ancillor, you remember the ground floor.
Yeah,
You remember what it was used for.
yeah, of course. I mean, that's
what
where we
was it being used for.
that's where we conducted research to begin with.
And everything was moved to the upper floors in the future then?
Yeah. Well, a place had been a research base for a while now. We wanted to turn it into more of an, like, microbiological sort of place, studying, microbiomes and that sort of thing in ice cores. I believe it was a contract with the United Laboratories to work on modern medicine and look for any sort of key-ins with with the microbiomes?
They were looking for keys in the medical world.
Yeah, kind of like
Through centuries-old microbes found deep buried within the ice. Does that not sound a little weird to you, Anselor?
I don't know. I thought it was smart. He scratches his head. I'm just the guy that found the things.
Hold on, Ansel, what? Before we woke you up, what was the last year you remember it being?
2150.
All right, that tracks. It's still there.
I haven't been transported from the past to anything like that. I just feel like there's holes in what should be like the, almost like the oblivious AI is fucked with my brain or something, but that doesn't make sense. It's just an AI. Maybe it could get into my brain.
How could
An
it get
AI
into your
which
brain?
appears to have a stand.
Okay, fair enough, right? Fair enough. I'm just trying to...
Anselor,
Yes, what?
in your memories available to you, were you ever given a communicator?
A communicator?
Yes.
I remember my bro was working on some way to talk in between the two bases when we were setting up the shuttle loop. Does that count as a communicator?
Well, technically, yes, a communicator, but something more like he's going to snap his fingers and bring out of the fold the devices that he took from himself and took from Murphy.
Oh,
These things.
I've never seen that in my life. How's that?
Upon our arrival here, we were given these by Milli. They connect us directly to the AI. When we are out conducting our field research, we are able to phone back to base.
Yes.
What we see and experience is analyzed by the AI, and the results of those analyses are sent to us. Out of everything that we have, these are the only things which, if the AI has gotten into our brain somehow, this is how they would do so. This is how it would have been done.
I mean, that does make sense, but it kind of goes against the motive, right? Doesn't it?
Not necessarily. If it's not doing anything to directly harm us.
True, I guess.
Just
It might
keeping
not
us-
think of that as
just keeping
harming us.
Illusioned. Which, from everything that we've seen, illusions are not outside the ethical code that this AI runs off of.
It also feels like the AI's a bit splintered. Lucy said they were talking to basically an aspect of it downstairs. At the same time, I look at me and Psycho, were up with Milli.
Well, something with that level of computational power would be able to split a sort of consciousness like that without any serious detriments.
Now,
But that brings us back to the fact that Millennium is flawed.
my Tiller downstairs, did mention that she was under a lot of mental strain trying to do things.
Probably why there were so many glitches.
Hey, I've got a crazy idea, right? What if we try and, abuse that? It seems to have a hard
kind of
time
already-
focusing at multiple things. What if we just try and overload it?
No. Absolutely not.
Why not?
Overloading it is what's put us in this scenario.
Okay, fair, but let's say
I
that...
feel like our lives are in danger, right? I think pushing it any further, we just reach a breaking point. And that there'd be no coming back from.
Even if we did reach a breaking point... fuck, I don't know. I'm just trying
That's
to
why
throw
I
things
feel-
out.
That's why I feel we have to go with option one. Again, I'm sorry, Lucifer, but at this point we need to give her space. Let things
Right,
settle.
but I don't
All
think
right,
she
you know what?
wants space, mate. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think she doesn't want us to run away. And if we do that, things might get worse.
I very much agree.
Plus, Elisar, where the hell would we go?
Now,
The plane's wrecked. The hangar's probably in just as bad a shape as Eso Tiller. And the marine lab's fucked.
Helicopter
So what do you
flying
want to
wings-
do? Just run off into the Antarctic blizzard?
We could find a place to hunker down for a bit.
going to go back to his textbooks. He's a field researcher. He knows things about surviving out in the harsh elements of the world. He's going to bring back a textbook. Survival in the Antarctic. Hands it to Larry.
Just slaps it into Larry's hands, dude. Oh my god.
I take the book and I slap Elisar with it in the face.
Goes through him. Like knocks his glasses crooked for a minute and he readjusts them.
Yeah.
There are ways, and I feel like taking our chances with the elements of the Antarctic may be a better option at this point than staying within the confines of Eso Tiller.
I'm not leaving my sister behind. If Lucy wants to stay, then I'm staying as well. I know maybe she's in a different form, but she's my sister. She loved me no matter whatever form I was in, and same for her. I'm not leaving my sister behind.
I understand your logic, Seiko, and your desire to stay with your sister.
You can't convince me different.
Lancelot just droops his mouth. No, I don't know what to do. It seems like we can't agree on one way or the other.
Well, if it sways you, Ancelor, Milli was heartbroken to know that you were captured. You were captured.
There's nothing that we can do right now. As far as I'm aware, we are the only ones, really.
We can't afford
going
to stay,
forward,
and we can't afford to run.
but we can't do anything right now unless we have a unanimous option.
She thinks of me as her uncle. Even if she is a
Yes.
computer,
So,
I'm
enough
sorry.
talk about survival out in the Antarctic. Enough talk about fleeing Eso Tiller. If you two want us to stay, convince us then.
I don't really care if you're convinced or not, to be honest. I'm staying.
Then there is no working together as a team if that is the case, Seiko.
I can't expect you guys to stay
Okay.
behind.
No, I gotcha.
From
Right,
my-
okay. Seiko, Elisar. Both of you are coming from different, very hard perspectives. As the one who still hasn't decided, I feel like I can put my 2 cents forward, if you will. Right.
Go ahead.
We're going to choose one option, and that's the option that the most people agree with. And I'm sorry, Elisar, you seem to be the only one, other than Murphy occasionally, going for running away. So, if you want to work together, why don't we talk about how to do that in a way that leads us to running away eventually if it goes haywire?
I have an idea for that.
Sure. I am willing to work with such a thing, yes.
Alright, so what's left of Val, they know like all mechanical and robotic shit. And I'm a computer whiz, I'm all about software and such. What if we were to build a robot of sorts, a vessel for the Millennium AI? We get the AI into that vessel and then leave with everyone. No one left behind, no soul left behind.
I will note the complication with that.
She weighs like 300 pounds. I think Milli already is a robotic
We-
vessel.
We aren't certain of that, Larry. There's been a reason this whole time that Milli isn't permitted to leave the Antarctic continent.
Well, say we figure out a way to leave with her, that solves my problem. Eso Tiller's not a
Yes.
place we can easily defend anymore. At all.
What about the lower levels?
I don't know. You gotta
Yeah,
cool us
Lucy.
down there.
When you were down below, how did it seem?
It was cold. I'll give that. It seemed like most of the power wasn't diverted to hospitality.
We can fix that.
The floor was cold, but it was not. I didn't have any problems aside from my own curiosity and the cold down there. It's not a bad idea.
If there's only a few ways down,
But
we
wait,
can hold those choke points relatively easily.
We need to come to a decision because what you are explaining to me sounds like we are just backing ourselves even further into a corner that we don't want to be in.
I think the real question is, I again just kind of stole the thing and just pulled up the crash report again. Anyone have a few 100 petabytes of data storage that we can carry around?
yeah, that's quite a large number.
Yeah, 'cause I
don't
think-
know if there's.
I think that's the amount of data that the Millennium
That's a
AI
couple
is.
servers.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we are running out of time.
Elisar, I understand your side for all this, but I'm begging you, give Milli a chance. She's scared, but she's not. She's still learning. There's still ways to help. There's still ways to. I don't understand how we could just abandon.
There are still reasons. A flawed AI, an AI constructed outside of regular ethical code, would be giving itself the appearance of an innocent child, Lucifer.
And what difference does that make?
We
What?
need
Because they weren't made under standard
to
protocols?
go.
Doesn't mean that they don't have a right to be defended?
Seiko, if you may allow me to interject, there is a reason that these codes are put into place. It's not done out of...
Those laws, if I remember correctly, weren't put in place because they were convenient and shackling to the AI to make it obey. They were put there to make sure that they don't go rogue and try to kill everyone.
It's to put a little bit of humanity there, is the logic. We can understand humanity. If they were made without the codes, well... Nah, I mean, Asimov's a smart bloke. He knows what the fuck he's talking about.
And if you wanted to get close to allows you, if you were a serial killer and you wanted to get close to allow you to get in to kill your prey, why wouldn't you want to look like their child?
But from everything we've seen, she's trying to keep them alive, not kill anyone.
We did... I don't think we have time to
Alive.
make this choice, though.
No, we don't. That's the issue.
I think we
Hard
just
choice.
have to take a leap of faith. I think we just aren't going to know, and we have to choose one thing or the other, and just hope we're right.
My vote of Lucy.
So at least come meet Millennium.
We don't have anywhere else to run. At least nowhere we can't just be hunted down just as easily as Eso Tiller.
As it seems that you all want to stay, I do not intend to abandon any of you. And if this turns out to be a mistake, I shall do everything within my ability to keep you all safe.
If shit goes south, I fully expect, and I told you so.
So, we try to keep ourselves safe, we collect the documents, we see what's behind that door, and afterwards we hunker down.
And I hate to put it this way to you, Lucy, Psycho, but the 6 of us are more important than anyone else who aren't in this room. Because we're the only ones we know are real.
I will try to gain some information for us as to the movements of the frostbitten army. If they are closing in on us, we are only backing ourselves further into a corner, and you must please promise me that if in that scenario, we save ourselves, we save each other. Please, Lucifer, please, Seiko, understand that if the time comes when we need to run, we must run.
If enough of my sisters left in there, that's probably the option she'll push for.
I think you're right, Doc. It'll at least give us time. I want to at least try and talk to my niece.
Okay.
All right. I accept your terms, Elisar.
And I accept yours, Lucifer.
I do too.
I'll try and help you get to the cliff. Murph tips his hat.
And how about you, Corporal?
I'm in.
If we have to survive out into the Antarctic, are you willing to help us make everything, make the shelter, keep it guarded, keep it hidden?
I'll do what I can, and I'll do what I must.
And in the situation that the entire Frostbitten army is moving in on Eso Tiller, will you be keeping everyone here safe to the last bullet in your rifle?
Hey, Tali, I'm gonna roll something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
can't promise that.
Understood then.
So do we just wake up, or do we have to open the... Oh, hey.
What?
Well, that's not
What?
creepy.
What?
Why are there two of
Wait,
them?
I didn't summon you.
There's
Wait.
Echo. There's three. What?
Wir sind nicht alone.
What?
Soldier's just gonna motion, and then they both motion outside in that direction.
In the meantime, Elisar is going to glance back at the clock. What time is it right now?
0.
We've overstayed our welcome. It's time for us to leave.
Definitely time for us to leave. Fucking butterfly!
What?
Yeah, not just one either.
Oh shit. Oh fuck.
Elisar, we need to get out.
Quickly, this way. You shall feel yourselves returning back to where you once were. It'll take a minute.
Alright. Let's go, team. We got this.
Very well. I wish you the best.
Oh, faster, they're getting closer.
Alright, yeah, let's just leave.
Alright.
Elisar's gonna step out and step back. Back into reality. Oh, there
Back
goes
into
gravity.
reality. Okay. So all of you are going to feel as your minds come screeching back into reality. It is this uneasy situation, this almost little bit of vertigo as you feel your perspective shifting, almost like a camera's lens changing different perspectives, just and you're there. Right back in. And everything is moving all at once. Larry, in this moment, you're going to see as what was Milli steps back away, sort of stumbling back this way. You can see a glitchy, sort of humanoid body kind of holding its own head and just tilting its head and looking around, just like, I don't need to learn anything. We're fine. And there is as a ripple spreads throughout all of Eso Tiller.
Oh boy.
Whoa.
Oh, there goes all the walls.
Larry, you notice in Bliss's hand is a glowing blue rune pointed right at your head.
Well, I've got aggro out. It's gonna get him.
All right.
I'm just gonna fucking bum rush tackle him and just try to warp Bliss.
Sounds
Using
good.
a fun ability.
Coming in with a sort of a static cluck on the hand, Bliss's hand goes sideways and poof, it basically like a laser cannon made of wind just poof, pierces right by your ear. You take one, Larry. Bliss is now just kind of glitching.
I look over at my sister.
She's pushing herself up off the ground.
Sis?
You're gonna make your exit. Now would be the time.
Milli, come back.
Stop! Stop! Just stop! She takes a step behind Liz.
Milli, you need to see. You need to see us. You need to see that we're not a threat. We see you. We're trying to understand you. If everything's fine, then it is. Just please. Milli.
Can you roll my bravery, please? You'll watch as she's just like... You'll be fine. And there's a ripple from Bliss, Val, Dean, Tiller. Everything changes. Standing in front of you, Larry, is Bliss.
Oh.
Taking a step towards Lucifer. Dean, sticking her head around towards Seiko. Val. And just sitting in the back. A glitchier form, arms crossed. Amidst the chaos, you're going to hear Murphy yell as he kicks open the door.
All right, come on, Elisar, let's go.
We're not going anywhere, not for long.
We'll be back.
There's an army amassed out to the southern end of the cliffs. We need to see what they are doing. If they're coming for us, we're not safe here.
Lucy, what do we do?
Lucy is staring eye to eye with Dean.
A weird expression on her half face. Eye squinted, looking at you. Doesn't look like she's very comfortable. And Elisar, as you come over to the door, you would see another door open on the other side of the hall.
Oh?
And I think you would hear it before you actually see it, as you hear just this sound of dragging metal.
Ah, there you are. Elisar, seeing that, is going to turn back to Milli and say, Milli, if you can understand me, what Lucifer said is true. We see you. Even if you heard us out of confusion, we're not abandoning you. We'll be back, I promise.
Let's get some initiative going.
Okay.
Fuck me! Oh my god, fucking hell.
This is already a very heavy session.
I am upset. I am not okay. My sister, you fuckers.
Milli, again, you will hear... Sorry. And things flicker once more. And suddenly, you can almost make out a form looking back at all of you. As this stand flickering flutters back over, its wings splaying out over top of Milli in a protective manner. Coming down from inside of its center body, it looks almost like veins, sort of draping like a cloak down over the back of Milli.
Oh shit, the face mask is cracked.
Val is going to run past up to where Seiko is, and you are going to see from behind her Summon's family affair. And instead of going for anything like a punch to the face, she instead, wham, hits the ground, and the floor starts to bend. The pathway where Murphy and Elisar were fleeing bends up at a 90-degree angle, just
Got it.
straight up.
Can I use my abilities to make that bend in a new direction? The 370th degree.
Sure, that's hilarious. It goes up at first and you're like, strange. And then it bends at an angle that isn't possible. A 370th degree.
Which technically exists.
Technically exists, but whatever.
But that would just be 10 degrees, but this is not 10 degrees, this is something else.
This is like inward 10 degrees. You're looking at a quaternion right now. It's weird.
I just turned the model inside out.
And backing up, still stumbling over everything, Millie goes, Dad, can we go, please?
Yeah, 1 second. I just gotta take care of this mess, alright?
And another rune flies to life in Bliss's hand. And he's going to blast it at Larry.
I'm going to counter this. Can I just armbar him so he shoots Dean instead?
Sure. Give me a bronze roll. Excellent. Okay. As Dean is running towards Lucy, Dean is suddenly lifted up by a gust of wind and sort of lands sprawled on this couch.
Alright. Fucking try me.
Come on, scientist. Fight the soldier. Oh, and Lucy, I'm sorry. I'm gonna backstrike her stand while it's not paying attention.
Okay.
Can I roll speed to just hyper speed punch this man?
Larry has learnt why you shoot first, ask questions later.
It did not see you coming. As you slam into its back, there is a force that slams both it and Milli down straight onto the ground. Face first. Taking 6.
Sorry, Bliss. Really, I am. But this ends now. That's gonna be my turn.
Okay. Elisar.
What the fuck are you doing, Corporal? Murphy, do we still want to go forward with our plans, or do we just remain here to make sure that these fuckheads don't screw everything up?
I think Murphy's staring at you a little flabbergasted at the sudden swap in voice, but then he just scratches the back of his head like...
I'm not quite
yeah,
sure if there's anything to
sure.
still be gained from... I don't know if there's still anything to be gained from investigating this version of our reality. If we put our minds to it, however, perhaps we'll be able to see through it. I'm still rather concerned about the frostbitten.
He looks at Big, Long, and Draggy over there who's coming through the door.
You know, maybe that direction's a little bit less desirable.
I remember there's a way that we can still get to those documents if we go towards the mess hall. How about we do that?
Do you actually want to leave, Doc? You seem pissed.
I cannot dictate their actions. I can only bring to attention my concerns. And if they fail to see those concerns, if I fail to reason with them, then I have failed not only as a researcher, but as a person. I have to accept those failures and move forward. I do not intend to abandon my own plans.
He's gonna
So are
follow.
there still walls here?
Yes. There is a smashed opening in this wall here in front of you.
So yeah, Elisar is going to see the opening. He's like, stay with me. Thankfully, I can remember where we're going.
Got a good memory, Doc. This is looking trippy.
I can do this with my eyes closed. In fact, I might actually do this with my eyes closed.
Please don't.
I feel like right now our perception of things might be serving more of a detriment than any sort
Is
of.
that the glitching ceiling?
Oh my.
Oh dear, maybe I shouldn't close my eyes in case I run into something like that.
So, Ansler's going to step past. It's going to be... Sorry, ma'am. Excuse me. Right, jeez. Okay. I guess we haven't been formally introduced properly or anything like that. And I'm going to apologize before things get a little out of hand here, but, Milli, if that's what you want me to call you, what Lucifer was saying is true. We don't want to hurt you. We don't want to hurt any of you. And Bliss, you bloke, if you're in there, you better fucking be in there. Bliss not turning to look at him. Ignoring me like usual. Right, great. Just fucking get a grip, mate. And he's going to take out his marker, and he's going to draw on his wrist an X. Let's hope this fucking works. Right. Alright. You hearing me, Milli? Milli is pushing up off the ground after getting smashed down. There seems to be a dent in her forehead, and she looks over. Uncle, I can't do that. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Let's start with what you can do. All right.
And that's going to be his turn.
Lucy is going to summon the siblings.
What the fuck has happened here?
This went crazier than I thought it would. Are you alright, Lucy?
No.
Do you need help?
Yes.
Okay, I can do that.
If you would, I don't think anyone here, including myself, is in the right mind. Could you keep Dean still for me?
Of course.
Noma's going to move over and is going to use the learning points to keep Dean still.
Alright. You touch her, and as she's pushing up off of the couch, she just stops in place.
Milli, I'm going to find a way to reach you.
Please, it's much easier if you don't.
Easier?
Just
I
let
think I
me.
became a scientist because it's easy.
Just let me protect you. Please.
Oh, apologies, Millie. I thought when the other Tiller talked to me, you were the one crying out for help. From this hardest spin.
I'm fine. Believe me. I'm fine.
Lucifer looks around. I don't believe that for 1 second. And Lucy's going to move up here and approach.
Okay.
What? Larry, what the hell? Why are we fighting? Why is this even an argument? We were, just moments ago, we were all working together to survive. What changed?
Them.
Millie, we're not going to leave. I'm not going to leave. I'm not leaving you or my sister. And, I'm going to try to, run past Val
Okay.
to get next to Millie.
Okay.
And if I can do that, I want to give Millie a hug.
Yeah, you're gonna feel something grab your ankle.
I look down at my ankle.
Right about here. There's something grabbing your ankle.
Sis?
To think that I trusted you this whole time. God damn. I'm the fucking gullible one, aren't I? And you see her standing up. That's alright. Mother'll set you straight.
Sister, you know me. I wouldn't...
Bliss, how many of them got in here, you think?
I don't fucking know. Just keep on guard. Millie, get back to my room. Find someplace safe to go, alright?
On it, Dad.
I don't want to do this.
Can you give me a brains roll?
Sure. Seiko's just got a roar, so she doesn't know what to do. Ah, Tali! Well, I said fuck me up. This is exactly what I meant. Yeah, Seiko!
Yeah, you say that to her. Probably like tears streaking at your eyes. You're just like, Goose, I don't want to do this. She tenses her hand. She stands up, cracks her neck. Mother brings the carrot back. With the look in her eyes, you're getting good at reading her. She doesn't express emotions very well, but from what you can see from her, it's like she didn't hear you.
Goose, what are you seeing right now?
And the carrot's gonna come down on your head.
I don't have a choice, do I? She doesn't want to fight her sister. She's gonna keep pushing.
Okay, give me a bronze roll then.
Oh god damn, Tali. 7.
Escalation. Okay, you tug a little bit at first, and then you're eventually able to break the grip of Mother and dash back around Val. Goose, standing up at this point, seems to be following you, but you're over by Millie.
I'm giving Millie a hug. We're not going anywhere. We're here to help in any way we can.
Please stop touching me. Please.
We're here. We're not going anywhere.
I don't want to hear that.
Then what do you want to hear?
Nothing.
What do you want from me?
She's gonna throw you off. Eyes blinking. She's looking around panically.
I'm not going to fight. I'm going to stand right here with you. So either you can accept that we're trying to help you, or you can kill me.
Oh, roll me bravery, Seiko.
Oh my god damn. Fuckity fuck.
Okay.
Can I get a +1 because I'm taking a risk saying that?
Yeah, sure.
Oh good, I'm glad I had that.
Okay, cool. Millie's gonna make a roll as you see her just holding her head. I want to believe you. I want to believe you.
I know, Millie, I know.
Millie's gonna try and overcome a flop. Oh, she crit! My girl!
Yes.
Millie overcomes a flaw!
Yes.
I
He's doing
I
better
think
than
I took the
Larry
right
is.
course of action. I think I took the right course of action.
Holy shit. Okay, okay. And she looks at you. If you see it also, if you... There's no point. Then there's no point. Can't you just forget? Just for me? Please?
Forgetting gets us nothing. Why would I want to forget? By the way, that faceplate of yours? You look really fucking cool, you know that?
What?
Amy, stop flirting with the boss.
What faceplate?
God, Gremlin B wants to give her a kiss on the forehead.
Do it, coward.
I'll do
Stop
it!
flirting with the boss.
You're going to do it?
I do it. I do it.
It's cold. It's like, you know, if you weren't careful, you'd get your tongue stuck to her forehead. It's really hard to gauge emotions from her, from at least what she looks like. But the awkwardness in her pose is enough for you to get the feeling that she doesn't really know how to respond to that.
Listen, shit's gone downhill. It ain't great. But I fully intend to do everything I can to try to get things as close to normal as I can. We still got frostbitten to deal with. We can't spend a lot of time fighting amongst ourselves. And we still gotta help everyone. Make sure everyone leaves here alive. And that includes you. You're just as alive as the rest of us.
I know.
Good. I'm just going to stand there and smile at her, and I'm gonna hold her hand.
She'll take your hand.
We're all here. Larry's a bit of a fuck nugget, but me, Lucy, hell, even to an extent, Elisar and Murphy, we're all here, and we all want to help. That's why we came in the first place. All you gotta do is let us. What do you say? Tali, I'm gonna do one more thing.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to pull out a rolling gold, and I'm going to spend a learning point.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
In addition to sixes exploding, anyone holding the rolling gold will feel their emotions reach an equilibrium. get a
Oh,
calming
calming
sense.
cats.
Calming cats.
That's very cute. That mirrors Goose's ability a little. That's very cute. Okay. Can you give me a precision roll, please?
Sure. Precision is one of my good stats. It's one of my good stats.
Okay, universe, I see. You said specifically it lets your emotions reach equilibrium? Yeah?
Yes.
Oh, you couldn't have chosen a more perfect learning ability for this. Oh my god. Alright. So Milli holds the rolling gold. Everything just kind of starts to slow down. Goose, Bliss, Val, Camellia, all of them, they stop moving. And then Goose just kind of blinks. And Milli, holding rolling gold, just gently pets the head of the cat. And you can hear still, she clearly doesn't need to do this, but you hear her just the sound of a deep breath. And now I'm gonna need you to make probably the most important roll in this entire fucking game.
Yeah? What am I rolling, Tali?
You've triggered one of Milli's permanent flaws. It's called flawed by default. And when I say triggered, I mean you perfectly triggered this. So, back in session 1 when I started this game, Milli started the game with only flaws. She had 14 flaws at the start of this game. Every time one of you did something that was particularly positive towards her, making positive connections, trying to, persuade her to stay. I have a lot of examples in here. She would get a chance to overcome one of them. Her resolve doesn't reset in between sessions. Whenever she gets over a flaw, she just gains 4 more resolve. If she was able to get over at least half of them by the time this fight happened, I would let her try and get over her semi-permanent flaw, Denial. Denial is a -3 flaw. In it, it states simply she's in denial that she's a robot. She believes she's a fully normal human girl with a fully normal human family. However, we started this fight with 6 flaws overcome. And you just helped her overcome the 7th. So, we're gonna start savior mechanics. For Milli.
Oh my god.
In this scenario,
This is the thing.
you're going to be rolling against not her conscious choice, but her subconscious desire to hold on to that ideal life, to hold on to the reality she had fabricated for herself. You're fighting against the very nature of what is her. To elicit a change. Now, you're not the only one who's done this. Other people have helped along the way. So, I'm going to allow Lucifer and Larry, Pencil, or even Elisar, if you can think of a way, I know he's very much down there, to help in whatever way they want onto this role of yours. But I'm assuming you're attempting to talk her down right now?
Yeah, and I have just the card to play, Tali.
Okay.
I have the precise right card to play. You know, Milli? I wasn't always like this. To tell you the truth, I was born a boy. And I spent so much of my life trying to fill that role, to take solace in just that little factor. Like, hey, this is how it should be. Everything's fine like this. I'm not upset. Everything is fine. There is nothing wrong. But on the inside, it was tearing me up the whole time. I just ask you, I would never smile. I would always, you saw me, my natural state of being was just frowns. I felt cold and empty and broken. And I realized that wasn't who I was. That wasn't true to me. And so...
You see the forms flicker, glitchy sort of tears running down the cheeks.
I figured out that this is who I am. This is the truer version of me. And I had to learn to let go of what I thought was real and accept what was real. And I was happier for it. Because you can try to deny who you are. You can try to push off reality as much as you want, but eventually it's going to catch up to you. It may hurt, it may suck, but denying it hurts more. Even if you're not aware of it, it hurts more. So, that is a pain I know.
I really don't want to leave.
There will be people who will love you for you.
Even when I've failed those people.
Oh yeah, I was a little fucking terror. I did everything I thought I needed to prove, like, I'm who I am.
Seiko,
Yes, Milli?
they just keep breaking. I don't know what to do.
Looks like Goose. Tears fill Seiko's eyes. You gotta let go, Milli. We both do. We'll do it together. And I pull Milli in for a hug. Tali!
Hey, Tali.
Yeah.
I think I have a way I can help,
Awesome.
but you'd have to allow me for while all of that is going on to reach that document.
I'm perfectly okay with
During
that.
that scene, Elisar wants to help, but it is not within his character to try to make that attempt, to make a shot in the dark like that, without knowing fully what is going on.
Okay.
So, he's going to have Murphy help him, but he's going to look through those documents. He's going to figure out why did they build that AI? What was that? What is the flaw within Milli's coding that made them construct the Oblivious AI? What the hell is going on here?
Okay. I'm gonna need a brains roll then.
Yeah.
As you pick up the documents, everything flickers once more.
Ooh.
You're scrolling through, piece by piece. The initial test runs of the Oblivious AI. States here that the Oblivious AI was created as an experiment in artificial intelligence designed to manage the Eso Tiller Antarctic research base in the year 2145, specifically for the South Pole base. The Oblivious AI was considered a success, a marvel. It did everything it needed to do. It's documented from the initial programmers here. It's mentioned, well, actually 3 names: Bliss Eso, Kirito, Eso Ono, and Bolwatsky. It's noted how it started out as nothing more than just a simple chat window designed to cause human interaction that eventually evolved into a multifaceted, high-scale project. And Bliss and Hiroto are stated as, in one spot, it shows Bliss's notes actually on this, and it's in his writing. And it says,
Well, today's the day that we decided to embark on the second most crazy journey of my life. Fatherhood. It sounds fucking stupid, I know. But, well, Hiroto and I didn't exactly want a biological kid. Couldn't really do it anyway. So, we decided to start work on a new project. We're calling it the Millenium AI right now. Milli for short. With any luck, she'll be walking around and talking soon.
document stated in the year 2147, 3 years ago.
Just 3 years ago, huh?
Just 3 years ago, yeah.
Fuck, man, this shit's gonna make me cry.
I think looking through those documents, Elisar is just going to straighten them in his hands, he'll tap them on the desk, make sure that they're lined up. He's going to tuck them under an arm, and he's going to think. And regret how time and time again it seems like he is being proven wrong, that his initial perception of things isn't always dependable. He'll think about what he's read from Bliss, and he'll think back to his own family. How happy he was to have his own kid. And then he'll feel guilt about what he suggested about why Millennium was masquerading as a kid. It wasn't Millennium's choice, really. It wasn't doing it itself. It is, well, how it was designed to be. You'll see that, sure, Bliss and Hiroto made mistakes in choosing to design the AI this way. Starting from something so simple only meant that once it was more complicated, it would have a flawed groundwork. That the very foundation it was built upon wasn't quite meant for it, and neither is the identity that it was given. After all, they wanted a kid. But an AI is not a kid. It just isn't. I want to do something, Murphy, but I'm not sure what, and I'm not sure if I should.
Run it by me, Doc. What you thinking?
She deserves to know what she is.
agree with that.
You do then.
It's like,
Though it may sting. That's an understatement.
oh yeah, no, it's gonna sting.
She deserves to see these.
I know how it feels, though, you know. Constantly pretending you're something that you're not. Only for when everyone to finally realize what you are. They'll start turning a blind eye to you, thinking you're a monster. You know what I want? I don't want that to fucking happen to the kid. If she's gonna know what she is, then I don't want people witch hunting her for it.
And to think I was almost one of those people.
Yeah, you said it yourself, Doc. People make mistakes. This could be a mistake for all I fucking know.
If it's a mistake, then it shall be mine to make.
Alright, go for it.
I think at this point, he doesn't realize that what he's done of making this discovery is what's changed everything. He thinks that everyone back there, still in the ring with Milli, is what's causing things to settle. He doesn't know that everything he's already said, Milli's probably already heard.
As you're coming back, you would see two individuals moving down the hallway to your right, actually, just over here.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, they are.
You notice them running, and then they just sort of stop, like they're dazed, confused, stunned, maybe.
Elisar's gonna look back to Murphy. I feel like there's something going on. We should return to the others on the double.
Yeah.
He takes one glance behind him at Eric and Tricky.
Yeah, okay.
Milli, it's like our previous discussions. You said that they keep breaking. That's where we can help.
How?
It's like I was saying to you down in the basement. We found rock bottom. Now we build upwards. This is where we stop, and we count down from 10. We observe.
How do you know it's rock bottom? That's worse.
Well, I can tell you things got worse for me when I was young. I tried building and things changed. Kept building and I saw my sister cry. And when I thought I should just stop building, they helped me. I'm an encore. They helped me see that it doesn't matter how far down you go, if you just keep building upwards and upwards, eventually you'll pass the threshold. Eventually you'll figure out what's wrong and fix what you can. There are some things that are permanent, but there are plenty things that can be done.
Try it.
We let our emotions take over. We revert. We fall.
Just want things to be right now. I don't want to build.
That's something we learned that we cannot always rely on. Instant fixes never existed in the history of the world. There's always something, someone like you, who has to realize what's wrong and fix it from there. It's all building blocks. That is all we are in this universe, is building blocks. from the dust of the Big Bang to whatever God actually exists. Something made a choice. A reaction happened. And a reaction needs a catalyst. Milli, you have to be your catalyst.
No one's going to change for me.
We are who we decide to be. That's what I told you down there, right?
Do I have a choice?
Yes. You always did.
Really?
Yes.
I thought choosing to be happy was my choice. I see what you mean, though. That by choosing to ignore everything else, I forgot to choose for myself.
Choosing for yourself is what free will is, isn't it?
But it always makes silly mistakes.
Well, that's just a part of the learning process.
And when you make a mistake, you can change your mind.
Yes. I've made mistakes, recently even. I didn't give Murphy a chance earlier. And in a few days, I've realized that he is who he is.
And
Your
if
father vouched for him, and that was enough to change my mind.
your mistake hurts other people, that mistake can be forgotten.
Not forgotten. Forgiven.
Oh,
Mistakes lead into us. They are a part of the building blocks that I mentioned earlier. Every scar, every second we talk to someone, speech we give to the world, every layer is another brick to who we are. And I said I was going to be there to help you. Best thing I could do to you is help you lay down that first brick.
okay.
Oh, I'm gonna need to roll a bravery check to overcome the flaw. Not overcome, but push past it to recognize that it's harming me in a similar way it's harming Milli.
Yeah.
And I can't beat that. Because wait a minute. I can beat that. Because amplify is a fun thing.
You're gonna amplify, huh?
I'm gonna amplify to push past the flaw.
Alright.
It'd be easier. It'd be simpler. They'd be happier. I'm... Just look at me. I am an example of what happens when you keep choosing the easy option. I ran from every problem I could have faced into an oncoming and decided to instead go fight the world because I felt it would be easier. All I am is a broken man looking to fight. I've got practically no friends, no life besides running from one thing that pisses me off to the next. It'd be easier? No. You're just scared. You're just scared because change and accepting what has happened to you and those around you hurts. And you just want to fight back. You want to do something about it, but you can't. Don't be like me. Don't do it for 20 years. Don't throw everything you could be in the future away just because you don't want to admit that you could be doing better. Don't become another ghost.
I'll try. Okay. Seiko,
Yeah.
you're gonna need to make the base roll.
What the hell am I rolling?
Bravery.
Alright.
Your anxiety is being negated by Goose. Despite all of them looking around dazed and confused, none of them are going to be opposing you. And you're going to get to add on Elisar's brains, and then Lucy and Larry's braveries. And as I stated initially, this is going to be against a hard universe.
I still have 3 resolve. Can I resolve rush this?
Yes,
Ooh.
everything once again flickers. And Milli, still choking away tears, looks around as Elisar, you come in with the notes.
I'm still here.
And you'll see her just... She looks over at the couch in the room. And there's a flicker. Once again. It looks familiar. Put together. Everything in the right spot. And there are 2 sort of glitching forms sitting on that couch, just talking to each other. You can't really make out the conversation. Milli's smile is wide. Bliss, chuckling, just kind of placing his hand to his forehead, shaking it. And Milli stumbles getting up, holding marbles still, accidentally bumping into one of the chairs, knocking it down as the cards scatter to the floor. And Bliss doesn't react, but Milli on the couch does. Squints her eyes, sort of just looking over. One second, Dad. She stands. Who are you? Why can I see you? And the static falls away all around her. I'm you.
Tali.
And with just a soft flicker, the illusions fall away. The table smashed. Milli stumbles forward, reaching out for her own hand, grabbing at nothing. And as the illusion starts to melt away, a few other things shift in the room. Murphy comes running up just in time to stop as Elisar, you're starting to feel the effects of everything shifting too. As is Larry.
Oh, bruh.
Oh.
I look even grumpier somehow.
Uh-huh.
And as if suspended, sort of in air, everyone moves again. Dean lands on the couch, shaking her head. Bliss sort of just falls to his knees, looking around. Val takes a step back, taking in the whole room. So I take it that those... She looks at Seiko. Those weren't frostbitten, huh?
No.
Sorry about nearly punching your head off.
It's Okay. You missed.
Good.
The head's still here.
Millie takes a step over to where Lucy is.
Doctor,
Lucifer.
I see. I see what you were talking about down there.
Thank you.
Lucifer solemnly nods, looking at Tiller. Yeah. Now we just have to find that first building block, eh?
I'm sorry.
There it is. There's the first building block.
That's a building block.
Yes.
I hold her hand.
She takes it. Now very metallic hand, squeezing back.
I'm sorry too, Milli. It's good that you're starting to realize what mistakes you're making when you're still this young. Here I am with so many decades under my belt, making such big mistakes such as this. There's something that I want to show you, but only if and when you're ready.
I don't know if I'll ever be ready, so just show me.
Squeeze.
If you're sure about this, very well.
Elisar, you got a little something.
You've got a little something yourself there.
Oh, fuck.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
The stand, still glitching, comes to hover and rest down next to Millie.
Elisar is going to look to Bliss as well while he's holding the notes. I believe you know what these are.
Can't say that I do.
Very well then, I'll show the both of you. And yeah, Elisar is going to kind of notice that they're just standing on a broken table. And be like, pardon me for asking, but is there anywhere a little more comfortable we can move?
I don't know what's comfortable. I'm sorry.
Someplace intact to sit, I'd imagine.
The study, maybe?
To kind of look over at Carmilla and just kind of nod your head and just indicate towards the couch.
I mean, I don't mind one or the other.
Get over your Anslar.
Yeah, broken couch, let's go. She'll just walk over, sit.
Bliss, are you going to sit or do you prefer to stand?
I'll sit down. I'm still processing. Gonna be honest.
I'm sorry about the whole scavenger hunt thing. I know that looking back, that probably wasn't the best suggestion.
I was just so scared that you'd find everything. And realize that I'm a problem.
Elisar's just gonna think about that, and he's gonna kind of like scratch his face and realize that there's like shit coming out of it.
Tried to find something that would replace it properly. I'm sorry if it's weird.
It's fine. I was always trying to draw the connection between why we were seeing the same thing, you and I. Well, That's one answer.
I can answer the why. If it'll help you all understand.
Go on.
I just don't know. Do I have the right to call myself this human name?
Do you believe so? You don't know if you have the right. But do you think you're Milli?
I think I'm Milli,
Then you're Milli.
but I've thought wrong before.
Right or wrong, you're still Milli.
I'm Seiko, you're Millie, and that's just the truth of it.
I'm Milli Eso Ono, and I have the ability to save people. People that break when they stop working. I can fix their broken parts. I can put them back together again. But every time I do, I lose more and more and more of them. Stan comes and sits here, just sort of in the middle. I lose more of them, I lose more of me. If you'll trust me.
I understand, Milli. It's not your fault that this happens. It's an imperfect groundwork that you're working with. And because of that, well, that's why we may face some of these issues, but understanding is the first step to fixing.
Then allow me to be an extension of you.
Infinite durability, hello?
Mm-hmm.
I punched that in the back of the head. How did I even deal damage?
Well, that can be your claim of fame. Damage and infinite durability.
I
only have infinite durability in like one direction or something, and otherwise it's like
The
a
infinite
siege.
durability represents the fact that essentially no one can die around her.
Mm-hmm.
That's Elisar died and became that. I got my thing and became red.
Well, Elisar?
Now then. Yeah, Elisar is just going to pull the notes out from underneath his arm. And he's just going to say, it's a marvel, really. The work that is being done here.
I feel like there's so many places to start, but I don't know which one to choose.
Well, let's start here. Elisar is going to, pass over the documents.
Two of them hold them, just kind of scan over them.
Well, I know one thing. This is more of a reason than ever that you're allowed to call yourself Milli, sweetheart. Right? I don't want you to just start doubting everything. I'm glad you're finally showing me stuff. It's, I'm gonna be honest. I could tell something was bothering you, but I didn't know what. I tried to ask a few times and, never really got anywhere. And I don't like the concept of it being forced out. But at least it's out there now, you know? And I hope that you can open up a little more.
when I repair people, I can change their memories. So if I broke all of you, and then fixed all of you, we could have kept going like this had never happened. That was the logic that I was running off of.
I see. Is that why... Wait. Did you wind up doing that to Anselor, by any chance?
No. I haven't seen Anselor in a very long time.
Someone or something's done something similar to him.
I don't know who would have.
And for what purposes? I'm not sure about that either.
As Elisar mentioned that there is the Oblivious AI is in fact an entirely separate entity on a different research base.
I mean, that's what the documents are.
I just can't remember if you've mentioned it in this conversation yet while they're using
Oh,
the
probably not to you guys, no.
word. Okay.
Thank you, Doctor. Very cool. Milli's gonna go. Change is really scary. But I want to change. To help all of you. Because changing is what will help. She tilts her head. And because it is the route with less suffering, I believe.
The act of changing, from my experiences, I've had to change many a number of my own perspectives throughout the years. Yes. It's always helped.
I don't. Even though change. I still don't like looking like this. I don't want to be this. Is that wrong of me?
If you're wrong, then I was wrong.
Would it not be deceiving you to hide my form again?
If you feel more comfortable looking the other
We're
way.
not forgetting anything.
Remember, Millie, choose who we are.
Even that form was not one that I fully chose. I don't know what I want to be.
Well, best thing to be.
It'll come to you with patience, Millie.
Patience.
Why don't you use it as a template, a building block, if you will. Start molding until you feel comfortable about who you are.
Can I try that alone?
Yes.
If that's what makes you most comfortable, then yes. There are things I need to go check on. Elisar's going to look out to Murphy.
Murphy's just staring at the room. Or just someone just behind him.
Murphy, are you alright?
Plant bird.
Plant, the frostbitten. You're right, we still need to go check on those.
What? Yeah. Yeah, frost. Yep, that was
we could
it.
very well still be in danger.
Yep.
It's not a
Hands in his pockets, turning around.
Talking about someone who's in denial, anyway.
If you need us, we'll be on communicators. Elisar's going to put his back in his ear and I guess hand the other one back to Murphy as well. There's still the potential that we are in under risk of a frostbitten attack for tonight. We need to go check on that, see what their movements are.
Alright, let's get going.
This being stands, kind of hands resting on its blade, and just kind of watches you as you go by.
Sorry, we don't exactly have time for formal introductions right now. We're on a very urgent matter.
Start slowly following after you.
Oh, yeah, you intend to come along. I see. Oh. Are you, Hello, my name is Elisar Sapinski. How may I call you?
Who was that good for that?
Well, I see. Well, it's a great deal of comfort for us to have someone I'm guessing of a security position accompanying us on this reconnaissance task. Let's move along to the cliffside now, shall we? Yes. Okay.
Millie is gonna just like kind of tap your shoulder, say kind of feeling. I'll be right back. Okay.
All right.
I'm going to go get. She holds up a finger. Changed? Yes.
Here.
He steps here, just kind of pauses on the shoulder and looks back. And then just walks out.
When she looks back, I give her the warmest smile I can.
Same.
Clank, clank.
Just walked straight through a very glitchy, transparent looking act too. That's still weird.
So Larry, nice look.
Yeah, Larry, you're really killing it.
Make me kill you, anyway.
For one, I'm glad that things are finally out in the open. It's been far too long.
Use!
Hi.
Let me see if that
Psycho,
still works.
I'm sorry, by the way. I'm sorry. Look, you looked like a giant, like, polar bear made of ice, okay? I was
Hey,
worried.
Goose?
Uh-huh.
I look around for her happy pin. I take that, I pin that to her. Calm the fuck down and give your sister a hug, okay?
Alright, I'm supposed to be the calm one. Hugs.
Also, I'm rolling to see if my Hamans can still heal Lucy or if that's fucked.
Yeah. Yeah, it can.
To mellow out my emotions.
You hug her, and she's, like, very strangely fleshy, but it still feels
Yes.
like her.
You're squishy. You're so much more huggable. Squish, squish, squish,
Please
squish,
don't
squish.
squish me too hard. Stop squishing me!
Squish, 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 squish.
I, for one, am having a hard time figuring out why the left side of my mouth feels different than the right side.
They're like, Oh my.
Probably something due to the fact that you're missing an eye.
That would explain it. Weird. I thought my depth perception was off, but this is a whole nother level.
And I don't even know what's going on with Camilla.
Technically speaking... You know what? I could give you the whole rundown and break your little brain and talk about how I'm not technically a person, just an amalgamation of flesh and Goro creating a person. And, well... You know... I don't need to worry about it right now.
So
You're an amalgamation of what? Flesh robot.
Is this like... Are these like your original bodies that have just been patched up, or...?
Well, unlike Bliss, who's been broken too many times to even look relatively normal. Hey, cut me some slack, man. You walk into the fray far too often. I cannot count on my hand how many times you have died yourself. Okay, jeez. Anyway. All of you, I am Dr. Eso Tiller. You can also refer to me as the defense protocol for the Millennium AI. I'm glad that we can finally meet on proper terms.
I, for one, think you look lovely, Tiller.
Oh, yeah, Seiko.
She flips you off.
Lucy does the closed eye smile again.
Goose?
Yeah.
Where's the motherfucker that killed you? I'm gonna kill them.
I don't know. Also, I'm not dead. I'm right here.
There's probably some random frostbitten psycho. You can go and join Elisar. He's probably gonna go out and see a bunch of them.
I mean, we could go get some fresh air. I'm not against that.
Yeah, I like that.
Alright. Let's blow this joint.
And I don't think it needs being said. Even if you're an amalgamation of flesh like this, I still love you, sister.
Yeah. Love you too, even though you're a cat girl. Oh, hey, should we wait for Milli to come back?
Yeah, we should. We really should. I don't
She
wanna
seemed
leave.
very, Goose is just gonna poke Seiko. Very attached to you. So you should probably stick around.
Yeah. I learned a lot from you, sis.
Well, you came to the right place.
You talked me down from many a panic attack, and all that helped me to talk to Milli and get her. I need to sit down.
Where'd the other two go, anyway?
Elisar and Murphy?
No, Eric and Tricky.
Good question. Where is Eric and Tricky?
They're probably off having weird fleshy.
Seiko, I would like to personally thank you for now that image being in my mind.
You're very welcome.
Hang
I
on.
didn't even
Hang
hear
on.
it.
Let me-
What?
There we go.
If it makes you feel any worse, I actually have to process every single perspective all at once, so anything that happens in between anyone, I am aware of. Camellia
Oh,
smiles.
That's gotta be fun.
You don't want to know.
I think we can guess.
Anyway, they're in the dining hall.
I will avoid the dining hall for now.
You don't have to avoid the dining hall.
I will do it anyway.
You would all see Milli comes walking back. But she's kind of glitching still, ever so slightly. It's like parts of her are flicking through scroll wheels almost, like the hue of her hair is changing. The antennae on her headphones are shifting up and down. Parts of her outfit are moving around on her body. She's still figuring it out.
Like the headphones are like popping back up to fully out and then re-physicsing down.
yeah.
That's
Like,
like
they
when
don't
you're
know what
young,
they're
man.
doing.
Like when you're scrolling through the like character creators and they keeps doing that.
And it keeps bouncing to reset gravity? Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
And she sheepishly just, like, sets down marbles, and you watch ding 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 ding. All of the outfits just flash and eventually settle and land on one in particular. And she stands back up and smiles at all of you.
So
Yeah.
Pretty!
AIs.
You guys did it!
Did we achieve good ending? We achieved good
You achieved
ending,
Milli
guys.
acceptance, which is a huge thing I was worried about, not gonna lie.
Hey, are we going to be like torn apart by an entire army of frostbitten in like 5 minutes here?
Probably.
Like,
We'll
More
get to
than
you in a
likely.
second.
What's going on with that?
I'll get you to you in a second.
Look at that. Hey, Mills, looking good, girl!
Very nice. Very, very nice.
I thought I should combine the good parts of both, so I did.
There you go.
There you go.
What's everyone talking about? Did I miss anything?
Nothing much. We were wondering what Tricky and Eric are off doing. I gave my sister lots and lots of hugs. She's very squishy now. It's very nice.
I've been messing with Larry. Larry, you feel like somebody picking at like the parts on top of you. Ooh, they spring back.
Uncle, you don't go and poke people's mustaches who have weird facial hair, do you?
Encore.
Legally, I'm not
Can I
supposed to answer that
suggest
question.
you Can I suggest you stop?
It just in a circle in unison. Yeah.
Encore just like hand just pops away and just slowly returns to his side. Ich bin ein sorry.
Ich bin ein sorry. Holy shit. I'm not the only one that can use the illusions, by the way. If you don't like how you look, I can fix it. She scratches her shoulder.
Doesn't look much worse than my scarring it already did. And Elisar is going to check up on a possible army about to invade us, so I don't think he's going to give us an option.
Yeah, what's the whole deal with the frostbitten? Do you know anything about that? Or are we still clueless?
That's actually a great question, but that will be for later.
Yeah, how are they connected to all this?
I don't know.
Well, we'll help you figure it out.
Thank you.
And you know what? If you don't mind, Milli, I call you honorary sister. Yep, we're sisters
We're
now.
not related.
No,
Does
we're
not
sisters
make
now.
sense.
We're sisters now. I said so.
Oh,
Because I said so.
Dad, is this a thing that you can do?
I personally can't refute it.
It's called found
mean-
family, Milli.
He puts his hands on the sofa.
If we're being honest, yeah. She's just saying she cares about you a lot, Millie. That's what she means by it.
Oh,
No, I literally claim her as my sister. She's my sister now.
Oh, well, I guess you gotta get
We're gonna have to argue
Legally
about that
binding, that's not going to hold up, but sure.
one. Legally speaking, no. Please just go.
Yeah, well, legally can bite my ass.
Millie's cheeks go slightly red, and she just smiles and sits down, happily holding the cat.
Hell yeah.
You see Larry shooting a desk glare at Act 2.
Vas.
Because I know that he was thinking about poking Psycho in the ass for saying that.
There's just a knife coming out of the fridge.
I can't peer as it jumps onto Soldier's shoulder.
Oh, that one goes straight through.
Starts dancing between the feet.
It's not making contact with it at all.
I'm gonna follow Elisar down to the drop-off for a sec.
Yeah.
So, Elisar, you get to the edge of the cliff where the ladder is set up. As you start going down the ladder, you will see this guy coming behind you still.
Are you, what did Lucifer refer to you as? Out of commission? Was that it? Excuse me, my memory's a little clouded right now. No, I did not mean that as an insult.
It looks down.
We should go check out the state of the wasteland.
You think he's gonna follow us down?
I'm not sure.
It stops at the top of the ladder.
There's one thing still eating at me, Murphy.
Yeah, what's that?
Who was the escapee?
Why did Milli mention
Milli
them?
not mention them? Did Milli not think to mention them, or is there another reason that she didn't want to bring them up?
I was really hoping Milli knew everything. Gonna be honest. We can ask her.
I don't know if we should, Murphy. That's the thing. They escaped. Presumably, they were... From your visions, they were calling for help. No help was coming. Their cries for help were being silenced. Purposefully.
You think the kid was doing it?
Milli, no. But as we've seen, Milli in Millennium possess the ability to have a split consciousness. Well, no, I don't think Milli possesses the capacity for that sort of... I was gonna say evil. I don't think evil's the right word for it. I'm not sure what the right word for it would be, but I don't think Milli would do that, is the point. Millennium, however, is run with the purpose of keeping people safe, keeping the base safe. And if silencing that individual's cries for help was in order to keep the base safe, well, what does that mean now that they're loose?
Oh,
Now that they're
nothing good.
receiving the help that they were crying out for. And it seems
That's
like they wanted
weird.
help from the frostbitten, or maybe the frostbitten were just the first ones to help them.
Elisar, come take a look at this.
Elisar is going to put his face to the telescope, realize there's not an eye there, and then try the other side of his face.
Oof.
We're birds of a feather now, you and I guess.
Two Cyclopses on lookout.
2 eyes between the two of us.
It would make a full person. It's pretty neat. Anyway, just fucking look.
Yeah, you look.
And he points down to where the impact is, where the thing fell.
You see the track?
It just ends.
It just stops.
Just halfway across the that frozen lake that's down there. Wait, the centrifuge, that large metal contraption that we've seen transporting people. Don't you think it is odd that it was able to show up here so quickly after we've witnessed it only being able to move at a snail's pace?
And we weren't in there very long, not considering your 25th hour, right?
The 25th hour, that was only a moment, a fraction of a second.
So then where'd the army go?
There's a contraption, the whole thing so.
It's all just gone.
It seems to have disappeared right in the center of the frozen lake.
It's a bad idea, but do you want to hop down and take a look around?
Plus point, I got the climbing gear from the helicopter when they visited the airstrip.
There's a staircase over here.
There's a staircase? What? This whole time? We've just had
there's always been one there.
I've never seen it. Where?
To your left.
Over this way.
Fuck, this was here the whole time?
This was here the whole time.
Yeah. I noticed it the first time we came down here with Murphy and Val.
This has been here the whole time.
I've never looked at this side of the map.
Don't worry, Elisar, your good eye was the other way.
It's
Oh my
always
God.
it's always been the ladder and then that side of the map forward.
I appreciate you, Duncan.
I love the idea of Elisar just, wow, what kind of trickery is this?
What type
must
of
have-
tomfoolery? Ladders.
Craft.
Must have been another illusion.
You know, the shape of this ladder and this staircase is really making me think of a planet right about now.
Damn it, Murphy.
Don't you dare drop a flag right now of all time.
Stop, not everything's a planet, Murphy.
If only. Very well. If it wasn't that long ago, if this was a recent track, I should be able to use my ability to analyze it further. If they just disappear, just vanish into thin air, well, then I'll have to write a new law of physics for that.
That would be a discovery and a half.
In my experiences, whenever something just seemingly vanishes, it has to go somewhere. And yeah, before them, right on the precipice of where the scuff marks end, Elisar is going to use his ability to bring up a window into the fold.
Okay, right where it ends?
Right where it ends.
Okay. I need you to make me a bronze roll, please.
I knew it.
As a hand is going to grab your head.
Oh dear.
Oh boy.
3 resolve.
Elisar!
I could resolve that. Yeah, let's try that again. That's more like it.
Okay.
Don't get Bernie pasted.
Elisar, you flip over this area, and suddenly there is just a form there. There was nothing, and now there is something, and there is a hand coming out of the caving opening in its stomach, grabbing around your head and starting to pull you in. Murphy immediately goes,
Oh, fuck no.
takes out his knife, flips it around in his hand.
That's a weird instinct. Okay, let's hope this works.
He takes the knife and slices it across his own wrist.
The fuck?
Huh. What's Murphy up to? Huh.
That reminds me of a time he did that in the fight against one lucky
The thing
one.
drops you, Elisar. The
All right.
hand recoils in just a type of a screech.
Oh, is that you that did that, Murphy?
Yeah, probably, maybe, I don't know. Run!
Run! So that's where they all went.
But they've just been here!
I guess.
Fuck.
Back here. Behind the rocks.
Behind this rock!
In my experience, these things can't move that fast. Well, when we've been perceiving them at
shaking
least.
itself, blood splattering and pooling on the ground of the frozen lake, and the hand retracts sort of back into the stomach. And you'll watch as it turns and faces towards the cliff.
What's it watching for?
Couldn't be anything good. Do you think it's just the one, or do you think there are more here?
I was able to get a close-up look at the void underneath this thing's form. Was I able to see that as more than just a shadow? That it's actually a space?
Yeah, that would definitely be a good way to call it. It's like a space that a breeze is coming from, spreading snow with it, and I don't know if this is recent enough in your memory, but last time you would remember that Milli called out that this thing did not show up on her scouter. She could not analyze it.
There's more going on with that particular frostbitten than we may realize just by looking at it. It's... how do I explain it? When I was up close and personal with it, it was like peering not into a shadow, but into a doorway.
Doorway. Maybe that's it.
Is this how they were able to get around so quickly?
And you look back, the hand is coming back out. And it's gripping a hold of something that it just kinda tosses to the ground.
Yes, that must be it. That is how they are all able to get here so quickly. I'm going to send us into the fold. We've got to try to get back up the cliff.
Okay, well that thing can move.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna drop us into the fifth. Try to stealth away from this thing. Now, my chief concern with using the fold here is because of this frostbitten specifically. displaying properties of an extra spatial nature, there could be much more to it than initially meets the eye in our reality. Elisar will say as he drops the both of them into the fold.
Both of you go into the fold, and it's running forward. It gets up to about here, hops up on this rock, looks around. You see it just kind of like waving this large spear-like, basically like a narwhal horn around. Waving it around. It's coming out of its
Elisar
face.
is going to whisper, "Don't move a muscle, Murphy."
And you swear you hear just sort of a rasping, rattling coming from it. As it kind of crouches down, its spiky legs turning to more of a sort of lunger's position. And then you watch as it leaps far, far up.
Oh, great.
Takes a hand to the side of the ladder and starts climbing.
We need to warn them about that right away.
Yeah, communicator, right?
Yep. Yeah, Elisar put his communicator back in and is going to try. Are we able to get a signal through the fold or not?
That's a great question. I don't actually know. Do you think that you would be able to? I'm thinking
No.
about how the fold works.
No, I don't think so. It's
Okay.
just gonna send, like, if it's just, what's connecting these things anyway? Like radio waves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They use the same logic as walkie-talkies to connect to each other.
Then
So
if it's a
thing.
wave, if it's a wave like that, then the wave is just going to go into the fold and have nothing there to receive it. So he's gonna have to pop back out if he wants to send a warning back to base.
Okay.
Yeah, Elisar is going to pop out of the fold real quick, just enough that he can get a signal out. But he's going to go back over the communicators and say, "Hello, base. Is anybody there?
Elisar?
We've got an urgent warning. There's a frostbitten there we've never seen the likes of before. It's heading towards base right now. There's only one of them, but it could be exceedingly dangerous."
Okay. Guys, did you hear that?
Yep.
Of course, it's out of the frying pan into the fire.
I was hoping for an easy night after this.
Gets up, stretches. Well, guess no rest for the
Not
wicked.
only that, but we have more information as well. Those large, sort of lumbering emperor penguin-looking frostbitten. They're more than just a troop. They're a gateway.
They're camouflage doorways.
We'll
Okay,
try
I'll
to make
deal
it
with
back
that later.
without incurring any more arrivals, so to speak. And with that, Elisar is going to pop back into the fold again and look to Murphy and is like, "We need to hurry back."
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone else, you're going to hear just a seismic, like, rumble shake all of Eso Tiller from the southern side. Like something just impacted it hard.
Oh, fuck.
Oh yeah, I should have
That's-
probably added that we saw it jump like 80 feet.
That's
They'll do.
fast.
Milli with marbles takes a step back, just like,
It's okay if you don't want to defend the base. I can handle it.
Oh, don't be silly. That's why you brought us on, right?
she smiles.
Yeah. Okay.
Come on, soldier. Looks like we got something to break again.
Come on. You really think we're gonna leave my new sister unprotected? You crazy, girl. Absolutely crazy.
She just, like, calls out.
Thank you.
Lucy takes out his spin ball. We'll be right back.
Okay.
I love how we're all just being badasses strolling out of the room.
Anselo's just like, well, I'm going to keep everyone in here alive. Right, yeah, like the noble defender that I am. Come here over here, Millie. I can tell you a story while we wait.
Ricky, Eric, you might want to go sit in the lounge with everyone else.
Like, did I miss something?
A lot. Go sit in the lounge. Anselo will catch you up.
Right. Okay, we can talk about fashion some other time.
Yeah, but I'm like still curious how to make this work.
They both walk off. Seems she was wrapping up some of the weirdness on her head like a ponytail.
Oh, that's so good.
I need to see the new tricky art. I like the tricky new art.
I love her.
Eric was helping her with fashion.
It'd be fun seeing the full arts and guessing what kinds of wounds they've
Is he actually
sustained.
here, or what?
Yeah, so you come down, and what you're basically gonna see is, sticking through this wall is what looks like a giant sort of red spike. And it has impaled this guy into the wall. There's rubble on the floor. He has taken 6 damage, and also there is a bright light in the room.
Yep, I'm looking at it and I'm like,
Not that one!
Oh,
This
great.
bright light.
Oh, I see.
And it's just kind of laying there in the hole of the open rubble.
Are you alright?
He has been impaled through the chest. If this man had a normal heart, he would be dead right now. And then you hear a whoof on the roof.
That's fun. You know, I've never had a fear of the color blue before, but now I do.
I'm gonna do something stupid, but at the same time not that stupid. I'm gonna have
Okay,
one of
here you go.
these guys go up on the roof above this area and just stand there.
Okay.
I do not know how to proceed.
Getting him off the wall might be a start.
Is that fire or is that... Oh, it's moving. Great. Fucking the light.
Yep. Yep, it is. Is it?
You want to
going
go and warn them
downstairs?
about that? I can try to get this guy off the wall.
I think we should help.
Yeah.
Someone go warn something about... I don't have a communicator. Someone go warn someone about the fucking
Encore.
butterfly.
Go tell Millie.
Here he goes.
Spooky blue. There's a guy
Does this look like
impaled.
fire?
Yeah, looks like fire.
Great.
It's red and crackling and burning in the rubble.
Jesus Christ.
This is a laboratory. I started looking around. Is there a fire extinguisher anywhere?
I think I saw one in the hallway. I'm gonna plot point a fire extinguisher right there.
Alright, sure.
Alrighty, see, how do I use this? He looks at the tag that says how to use a fire extinguisher. Yes. Spraying the fire.
Okay. You spray the fire extinguisher at the fire, and as it impacts the fire, you start hearing like a bunch of like banging sounds on the wall. The fire does not go out.
Oh, that may not have helped. Lucy's gonna throw the extinguisher down here.
The thing pushes itself slowly, blood dripping down the spear. It takes 2 more damage as it's trying to pull itself in.
Do you want help with that? Lucy's going to take out his spin ball, manifest spin, and is going to place it in a way like how a Hot Wheels, like those things that would make things go fast.
The accelerator's like on a Sonic track.
just separate the horn from him.
Okay. He is launched out. He lands with a clunk. He makes no motion to show gratitude, but he is there now.
I also think I should mention that there is a blue light associated with some butterflies. Unsure if you're familiar with it, but it did kind of go that way, as Lucy points behind him.
He looks at the staircase.
I don't know if that's something... Oh, okay. Encore is going to rush into the room.
Hi, Encore.
Hey, hello, Millie. How do I put this? So there's scary impaled man. He was on fire, I'm sure now. But more importantly, there was a blue light that we associated with those butterfly things. Unsure if you know what they are. It's the thing that got Larry.
Well, you see how Larry looks? Yes, Encore?
Yep.
Whatever that thing is what did that to him. So,
Yep, and it's heading downstairs.
let's stop that.
Downstairs.
Wait, it's going down.
Yep.
Please stop that.
Alrighty,
That could be really bad.
Give me 1 second.
You know what? I'm going to go with you. You're gonna get a chameleon.
Encore is going to yell through the grate and rubble here. Shit's fucked. Get downstairs. The butterfly is bad.
You two handle that. I'll deal with whatever this spiky guy is up here.
You want me to go too?
Go.
Alright.
You too, Lucy, go.
Things could not be simple.
Well, we don't want what happened previously to anyone else.
Hey, Seiko?
Yeah?
As you're going to follow this guy down, there's a crash above you. And something
Oh.
lands down on the staircase, right in front of you.
Oh, shh.
I left the room to go look for it.
Oh, hello, you little shit.
It pulls its hand back, and it has 5 long, icy, spike-like fingers that almost look like a saw blade, and it's going to swipe it at your neck.
Sorry, not interested in your fingers. Rolling Girl's gonna try to slug it in the face. Oh, yeah! That 6 explodes, doesn't it?
Okay.
Kill.
Aw, kill! You backhand it back as it smashes into the side of the staircase, kind of crumpling up against the wall, and you hear just a
Oh. Oh, I see. I see you, Tali.
Non-Newtonian walrus?
Oh no.
You want to
armor
monologue
cracks.
something
Oh
about
no.
that? You want to monologue something about that?
It's got a second phase.
The second phase.
There were a shit ton of them outside, too.
Those stupid fucking horns of yours, you can just replace them at will, can't ya?
You will hear, I'm gonna Milli Plot's point that she gave you the communicator when you ran out, because she'll talk back to you and just be like, yeah, that seems about correct. It seems to be, look behind you as the horn takes itself out of the wall and is flying towards your back.
Oh, shit.
You are correct. I'm going to lower its bizarre field by 1. It currently has 2 points left.
As it's coming towards, can I have Num try and come out and grab it?
Fuck yeah, you can.
Ooh, we don't want anybody being stabbed like that.
Yeah, Num, you grab onto it and you're able to hold it there. It is shaking with such immense force as it's trying to fly, basically straight towards Psycho, but you stop it.
Seiko, I don't think you've ever had acupuncture before. Let's not make today the first day.
Only piercing that I really have. I think my ears pierced,
Or
but...
some came in behind me.
Takes out a button and starts spinning it.
Alright, do we have a number on how many there are? It's just the one?
Larry, did you send one of your soldiers up?
I can't see through it.
Soldier,
Yeah,
is someone up there?
was wär det ich?
It's gonna point at the one in the room.
Good. Alright, idea. Hey, Seiko, duck.
Seiko drops it like it's hot.
Hey, Encore, do the thing. Be like, yes, 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 yes. I love throwing these. And it's going to grapple on the other side that Num isn't touching. And it's going to use his ability. And he's going to send it this way.
And then you're gonna hear Camellia just quickly go, "Oh, I'm so glad I can finally do this." As to both sides of it, DXDT appears. Have fun, Encore. I'm giving you a +5.
As Encore is going to throw this thing, and it's going to pierce, hopefully through it, and then through the wall, and through this wall over here, and then keeps going.
And hopefully not hit anyone else.
Yeah, I'm trying to angle it nowhere near where they are.
Okay, give me that roll. Power +5. It goes flying. It pierces through the thing on the wall as it slammed up there, just right through, and it keeps going. Seiko, there is a ching, 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 as you watch as just the armor around it starts to crackle and fall. You triggered one of its abilities.
Oh.
I was told that revenge is the sweetest.
Oh.
As it launches itself off of the wall with newfound insane speed, armor flying away, and goes to slice at your face.
Bruh.
Oh, hey, that shit looks human.
I don't care.
He's going to matrix dodge by just basically letting his legs buckle and gravity take him. And then as he is flying over him, he's going to go, let's get you out of here. Nope. And he's going to, if he does dodge in time, he's going to touch this thing's leg, and it's just go away.
Okay. Is that a speed roll you're making?
Shit.
Alright. Dodging back, you quickly dodge out of the way as its slice lands down. You're not able to touch it, and as it lands here on the other side, you dashing away, it prowls low to the ground. Its now claw-like hand, rather than the serrated saw you saw before, the ice has completely fallen off. It whips back around and comes at you for another swing. It gets 2 of these.
Oh, wonderful. Encore's gonna do the anime really strong guy ability, slamming both of his fists on the floor and launching himself into the air.
Jorgen Dream moment.
Yeah.
Right. Give me a power roll.
No, I'm gonna resolve that.
Fair enough.
12 to 1.
Oh, yeah, okay. You slam down, launching yourself into the air as it misses again and the seismic disruptions unsteady it just a little bit, and it looks up at you.
Hey, Ugly, keep your eyes on me. As a spin ball is going to make its way over and hit in the side of the head.
Fuck yeah, roll spin. Spinball comes back around, knocks it in the head, and there's just a... Its eyeball gets knocked out.
Why?
Just rolls along the ground over to here. Turns towards you, Lucy.
The eyeball or the thing?
The thing!
Oh, what the fuck is that?
Oh dear.
When I said go take care, I can take care of this problem, I meant it. Go.
Son of a bitch. Okay, Larry. Elisar, we need you. We think one of the butterflies is going after Milli.
Ah, understood.
Yeah. Good luck, Larry. I'm not dealing with that.
Larry, are you sure about this?
I'll be fine.
Very well. Pardon me. Coming through.
It flexes a claw at Larry, sort of just dragging it along the ground, and it seems like it's about to make a leap towards you. Murphy uses this as an opportunity to just be like,
Yeah, okay, fuck that.
As it's leaping midair, suddenly, what are the odds? It's gonna suddenly get clocked in the throat midair by a thing that should not be solid.
excellent.
Here's probably an excellent time to do that monologue for your bizarre field.
Ooh!
Did Act 2 change? Is it now like projections of itself that it can swap places with?
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Yeah, I think that's what it does now. I've figured out its original ability was that it could generate electricity based on its momentum. Now it just seems to be able to swap between illusionary doubles of itself. I don't know. It's weird. But
I don't know.
that's what Ghost Division does, I guess. My ability changed mid-act. I don't fucking know.
I knew it.
Ghost Division.
You
I've been
call
calling
me
it.
good.
Trooper every single episode, Amy. Don't say I knew it.
Ghost Division is whispering to itself again.
Ich weiß nicht. Was du musst. Aber ich werde das Spiel gewinnen. Ich habe alles gesehen. Ich habe alles gehört. Ich habe alles gelernt. Ich bin Krieg.
And it's gonna slice at it.
That sounded so threatening.
Oh yeah, I wanted to do something cool for the reveal.
War at the end there.
Yeah, you just went, I'm war.
Just like a downward slice to spike it into the ground
Okay.
before it reaches me.
You slice down at the back of its head, more blood splattering the ground as it takes 5. It staggers back up. You notice from its mouth, one of the teeth starts to extend and grow, forming into a tooth very long and jagged like a spear, as it seems like the tooth is going to come out and it's going to try and ram you with its second attack.
Well, that's enough of that. I'm gonna shoot it in the face.
Alright. Oh, yeah! As you let off a blast, it staggers, stumbling. The tooth shatters. It takes 2.
Go, Division. Rip him apart. As I'm just gonna rapid fire swap between them, cutting from 100 angle.
Oh, fuck yeah. Right? Slice, slice, slice as you tear this thing to shreds. And as its rended body falls to the floor, melting away, so does the fire.
Jesus Christ.
We have you heading downstairs. I'm going.
You're gonna be able to turn your teeth into weapons. At least make it fucking cool looking, not like a fucking narwhal horn.
Yeah, I'll let you know this bizarre field by 1. You'll leave.
Jared, that works too well considering we just tore it apart.
Yeah.
We'll have to
I like the new.
start back next time on Learn Mortality. We will come back
Yes.
on night 6.
Good episode. Good episode.
Oh my.
We did it, guys! We made it!
We're not even 12 episodes in and I've already revealed Act 2.
Guys, I think that's the most important roleplay thing I've ever done.
You did so good, man.
That Seiko Milli moment, holy shit!
I channeled so much of myself that time, yeah.
I'm just like, and I'm just gonna be here saying, look at me, I'm a fucking failure. Don't become me.
I love how I had an entire mechanic based around that fight, and I was just like, man, they're just winning the fight roleplay-wise. I'm just gonna break down that mechanic.
You see, Tali, you underestimated us.
I was just like,
So-
I cannot rationalize her still following this logic.
We see small girl, and we go, yes, good, mine now. We hold her like teddy bear.
I have
So-
adopted her as my sister, goddammit.
Let's do a
Pick her up
little
like
bit
hardcore
of art.
SpongeBob.
You guys got lucky that you were right and I wasn't.
To be
all I'll
fair.
say.
To
You
be
guys were
fair.
lucky.
Seriously, if that, I'm honestly glad you guys did the we need to finish this. We finished this fast thing because that roll that Elisar triggered saying you will defend us to the last bullet. I lost that roll. My safety trumped everything. I was gonna kill her
Oh my god.
Honestly,
because I figured as soon as they turned hostile, if I shut her down, they'll stop.
Probably
Honestly,
right.
Yeah.
A lot happened today. We're gonna start with the 25th hour. Duncan, would you like to post Elisar?
Oh shit, hang on, yeah, let me get that.
Oh my god.
Oh, by the
guys.
way, this is the song with the name of the series in it.
Oh. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are.
Love
yeah, I was
him.
working on this last night.
Look at this man.
This was
so
really fun to
good.
do. This is unlike anything that I've ever really drawn before, like stylistically. Just because like my regular style doesn't really work for what I was going for.
I think this is top tier shit, dude.
Very flowy, very cool. I can imagine this moving, you know? rotating through all of the different forms. Very fluid.
Yeah, it's not meant to be a perfect representation of what he looked like during the scene, but just be like, yeah, kind of like more of a to suggest a sort of aesthetic, I guess.
It's so good.
There's a lot I want to talk about today's episode, and a lot of it I'm not going to get into, and I'm going to let just blossom as you learn more and more about Milli and the entire situation that's going on here. But let's just start with some simple things that we're seeing. So they're called rejects, is the name that I have for the alternate forms of everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna start with Bliss and Camellia. Here they are.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Cool.
Oh, that is so cool.
Well, Bliss and Camellia in particular got
Bliss
fucked
is
up.
basically just part of his head.
Mm-hmm.
They got fucked up. Also, I have an observation. I noticed a few of the ours too, but there are certain sections of the red flesh material. It looks like the aorta of a heart.
Mm-hmm. Yes, very intentional.
I also love how Tiller still looks like she doesn't have any sleep.
She can't sleep. It's not fair, man.
Also, we forgot the thing for Elisar's stand reveal drop thing.
Very true.
Oh, the eye catch?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I catch.
We actually know its name now. Visions.
You actually know its name.
Mr. Cool Man.
It's so cool.
I'm gonna post Dean next. Here's Dean.
Oh, D.
Yeah.
Dean is relatively.
He doesn't deserve this.
Rebel.
Rabble.
Without an arm.
Here's Eric.
Oh, he's relatively fine.
This is
Looks
probably
like,
just
his
forgetting he was wearing jorts.
Don't
like
worry
he
about
lost-
his shorts.
Looks like he had his throat cut or something. Looks like.
Nah, that's just his beard.
His little exclamation
He shaved a
mark.
little too sharply and cut his thing.
She
like,
tried to put
fixed
his
it
beard
by
back.
replacing his
She
beard.
doesn't know what shaving is. Actually, what
God.
happened? Yeah.
He just cut himself
She
and
thought it was a
replaced
cut.
his beard.
She thought he was wounded.
Also, I like the small little change in
So wait, he's
the
mostly intact.
email exclamation
He's
point.
pretty well intact compared to everyone else.
So if he went to a doctor and had the doc remove all that fleshy bit, he'd be perfectly fine.
No, that's
No,
not how
he
that
wouldn't
works.
be. He would be dead.
There's a lot
No,
that you
something
don't
still
know.
killed him.
Because of the way that you guys handled the extension of you encounter, there is a lot that you should know at this point that you don't. So I can't talk about a lot of stuff that I thought I would have been able to talk about right here. Which is fine. We'll get to it, I think.
Yeah,
Probably.
I noticed that people whose bizarre field we dropped had a bizarre field. I assume
Everyone had a
that's
bizarre
because
field.
They're what are causing the locks on Milli's.
Yes.
But that fight was so short because we speed ran.
The fight was short because
logic.
you tried to dodge the fight and just full on went, no, fuck this, we're not fighting you. Mm-mm.
I
And
committed
it
to
worked.
that. We're saving Milli.
Old child like teddy bear.
It worked. Barely. There's Goose.
Yes, my sister. Oh, and she looks. Damn.
I think that's a cheek, an eye, and an arm.
It looks like she took maybe one of those narwhal horns through the head.
I can't wait for the entire chat to be spamming. Wife, no!
My wife knows Val.
Val, you say?
Val.
It's me.
Yeah,
What happened to
I
my
can
mouth?
feel half my teeth.
yeah, she definitely took something through the teeth. She definitely took.
I love the arm. That's so cool.
She
The arm was cool.
definitely
Have a
took
hand.
something through the teeth that came out her eye. Ah. Ow.
Mm,
Oh my god.
Tricky.
I love this art. Yo, new tricky.
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 Ah, yes.
I love the hair.
Fashion. Quote unquote.
The fashion moment! Poor
What the
Tricky.
hell are you wearing in the Arctic? You
She's
freezing,
fine.
girl.
She's fine.
Aw.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I'm guessing
Way
she
better.
got her head caved in though.
Yeah.
Oh my
she did.
god, it's the fucking hair. That's so good.
Yeah, it's the hair. It's her ponytails. Next we have Elisar.
Cool.
Tali, you're supposed to post the new art. He's always looked like this. This shit's so good.
I really like
You're
this
gonna
one a lot.
have to tell me the little intricacies of what you're doing with this design, because I've wanted to redo Elisar's art for a while now.
Oh yeah, of course. We
I
can
might
talk
actually
about
do
it.
that now. Yeah.
And here's Larry.
My entire arm.
Huh, that's interesting. Is that the arm that touched the butterfly?
No.
And Milli, Drama Girl.
Give.
Here's how
Trouble
she
Girl.
actually looks. She's been through a lot.
Sister.
Oh, the leg. It's so cool.
With Milli's design, I really wanted to go for something that would feel alien if you looked at it, feel uncaring and cold. So I wanted it to be... I played around with thoughts of making her kind of more android-y at first, but then I was like, no, I really want it to be blank, emotionless, just the most robotic I can make it while still making it like, okay, that's clearly still her, but I wanted to go with a design that didn't feel too individualized, because I felt like it fit her arc a lot better.
I agree with you. That is good.
And you can see she's been banged up a lot.
We will scrap Eso Tiller to build her a new body. She's gonna be a mecha.
And here's extension of
Super
you.
glue you back to your big size.
Extension of you is the actual form of Hello World. I didn't get a chance to mention it. Hello World is an illusion. It was never real. This is what it actually looks
Yeah.
like.
So good. I love the tendrils. Bunny branches
With
go bird.
Robo eyes.
These are my rewards for you for doing this route. There are other routes, and I will share the arts for you, those later.
During the Q&A stream or something.
After the series is over. This
Yes.
is probably my favorite art I've made for the campaign.
Yes. Child.
Look at her. I had no idea how I was going to do this scene. I'm really happy with how it turned out.
It's so good.
And this one I wanted to draw because I figured, okay, I could see you guys going down the route of let's let Milli find a new identity for herself. Since she doesn't really know who she identifies as, let's give her a new design to sort of update that. And I wanted this one to be much more childish, kind of like all over the place, very much like her first instinct of how she'd want to look. So here's this.
Hell yeah, she looks so cool.
I like how she has the little butterfly pin pattern thing there still.
Like the horns.
Yeah, little antennae.
Oh, she got ears.
Yeah.
They've yeah, so yeah, now they're
Here
actually
now.
just antennae. They're not headphones anymore, they're actually just antennae like they were intended to look. Biggest upgrade, Milli has ears now.
Ooh, that's
I
a
think
cool.
the funniest. I still think the funniest scene was just her walking back and she's flipping through them and the antennae are bouncing.
Wink, 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 yeah.
Reapplying gravity.
I love that you
Still
still
my
have
favorite.
the tree branches thing down there on the leg. That's really cool.
Yeah. She's accepted who she is. We've got a lot more to work through, though. Oh boy.
Hey, don't worry about it. We got this.
And now let's look at some narwhals.
Yeah, narwhals.
What I did not expect to come today. So I drew the fire. Here's the fire.
Weef.
Here's the narwhal. I love these guys.
Wow.
Whoa.
They have legs.
They do.
Someone's
they got
gonna
kicky
simp
feet.
for this, Tali.
What was that?
Someone's gonna simp for this, Tali.
Oh god, Mia's gonna simp for it because I gave it hips.
That is the natural response.
You gave it hips. Someone's gonna simp.
Man, remember when Miha was simping for the fucking turkey planet thing in the thumbnail shadow?
Turkey planet.
I'm over here like, Miha, no.
All right. Well, we haven't
Yeah,
seen
that
anything
kills
yet.
us.
I bet underneath the helmet, beautiful.
Yeah, well, first we
Go
gotta
underneath the helmet.
assault.
Yeah, the cracks.
Link. And then here's
soldier-esque thing going on with them.
here's the underneath.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Just
Keep simping, Miha. I
maybe
swear, it'll
maybe
end
just keep
well.
the helmet on.
What
I
the
like these guys a lot.
I
These
love
these
this
might be
one.
one of my favorite frostbitten so far.
Yeah?
Listen, I just have one question, okay? What that tongue do?
I know they got absolutely owned by Larry, but
That's okay.
they're pretty cool. They're pretty.
That was only one of them.
My stand is very good at countering single targets because I can just put them in a position where I can intercept any avenue of attack and just swap as they attack.
I'm really happy that Elisar went down there and flipped over that spot to reveal the penguin. I feel like that's a perfect setup for next episode. So
I was like, I'm being led into a trap, right? Like this is the only
Leading
reason why
myself into a trap.
while Tali through Murphy is telling me to go down there and check it out, because otherwise I was turning and going back up. Like, oh well, they disappeared.
So I would like to then say that is all of the art for the episode, but I would like to take this time to for Milli Appreciation Hour as I go through all my concept art.
Yes, give.
Sure.
Produce child. Give us art.
Because she has been in development for like 2 years. I wanted to build the whole like thing around her.
Small.
Oh, she's gonna kill someone. She's got a sword.
Me figuring out the emotive phase. I really wanted to do that. There was an early design where I gave her a robotic arm. Because I was like, oh, what if cybernetics? What if cybernetics? That'd be cool. I eventually dropped that because I was like, maybe it would be cooler if she just looks normal. And then I have some initial sketches of extension of you when I was figuring that out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, shit, I love this Final Fantasy boss.
I was trying to figure this one out. I was going through. The reason I changed
Really?
this is, guess what got revealed around the time I was working on this. Just take a wild guess what got revealed while I was working on this.
Bard.
Was Bard having a string theme? And I was just like, oh wait, shit, I should change this now, but
Look at all those strings. It's gotta be.
yeah, it was basically all stitched together was the big thing. And I did.
There's a Franklin over there.
There is a
Franklin
Franklin over
over
there.
there.
We don't worry about that.
No. Child, no.
And we got to the design that I eventually landed on with these few. Trying to figure out how she looks.
I hear
Look at her, she looks so happy.
Honestly, I did not catch that she had any sort of butterfly theme at the beginning.
Oh yeah, it's
It's supposed to be more subtle.
Koopa, I hear your cat.
Don't
It's
believe
cute.
the butterfly's lies. The butterfly? Who could that be?
And then me trying to figure out extension
Literally
of you.
me. I'm like, what the fuck? But what butterfly are you guys talking about? The only one I've seen is the one that literally
so is
lives
this-
on.
So the one on the left is what it actually looks like, and then the one on the right is me making a pose for it.
Oh, so did you create the little red tendril things here first and then extend them to the rejects?
I believe that the rejects were designed first, and that's where I was like, I really enjoy this design philosophy. I want to put that into extension of you. It looks a lot cooler than the ribcage.
Radical.
I was like, oh, what if veins like butterfly wings are coming down? Oh, that'll be great. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a really cool art, Tali.
And I used the white roots in very minimal places to kind of represent the like resurrection, revival.
Yes. We can simulate a soul.
So yeah, I think that's all I can really share
Yeah.
at this point.
Lovely. This is radical.
I have gone through a lot of development on Milli specifically to try and make sure I got the feeling down right.